Hello everyone, welcome back to more Nurse Love Addiction. So we're gonna be doing Sakuya's route. Sakuya has the best swimsuit.
Sakuya-san desu.
Breathe.
今、名前より先に胸って言いそうになった？そんな。お姉ちゃん、残酷だよ。そこで決めるなんて。違うよ。いいっていいって。咲夜の胸は覇王の胸だからね。しょうがないさ。
No one can help but bend a knee to the conqueror's breasts.
いや、そうじゃなくて、今のはちょっと噛んだだけ。しょぼ。
サブ。
なおちゃん悲しまないで。なおちゃんの胸も好きだから。って何言ってるんだ私。
Miss Sakuya remained steadfastly silent.
わかった。一回だけ姫君の胸に顔をうずめてよし。しません。
Oh, things have gotten messy.
でも
It is my honest opinion. Nothing against Nao or Miss Itsuki, but Miss Sakuya in her bathing suit has been the most dazzling. I thought this with all my heart. A long time ago, when I came to the sea with my grandma, we made a Christmas tree on the beach. Oh, how fitting. We built a mountain out of sand and decorated it with seashells and seaweed. On the top we placed a dried, parched starfish carcass to complete it. The starfish is the star of the sea. Grandma was the one who taught me that. I remember my picture book, The Girl Who Chased Stars, How to Catch a Star. If it was how to catch a starfish, that would have been pretty easy. Swoosh, crash, I'm standing on the beach. Swoosh, crash, the sound of the waves seemed to be calling to me. Swoosh, crash, the never-ending, continuous voice of the sea.
夢と同じだ。今はちゃんと水着だけど。
Swoosh, crash. I gaze out at the distant horizon and listen to the sound of the calling waves. That's right. In my dream, after this,
アスカ？
I hear a voice behind me.
お？
Called, I turn around. Next to the beach parasol, Miss Sakuya holds something in her hand.
何をぼーっとしているの？ああ、別に。なおちゃんといつきさんは？泳ぎに行ったわ。いつきが V までの水泳勝負を挑んで。
Boy.
へえ、なおちゃん早いよ。そのようね。でもいつきも相当よ。さくやさんは？私は準備中よ。
Preparing? I wonder what for.
よかったら手伝うけど。お？どうしたの？いえ、そうね。ならこれを膨らますの協力してもらえる？
We're playing volleyball? Saying this, she holds up the object in her hand. It's made from vinyl and is folded up.
もちろんいいよ。ありがとう。でも一つ言っとくわ。
You're very aggressive and you're gonna hit me in the face like I've been several times.
絶対に許さない。この世の果てまでも追い詰めて全身全霊でやったことを後悔させるわ。私の誇りにかけて必ずね。
Wow, that's quite a lot of pressure. I'm scared. But why would I laugh at Miss Sakuya?
笑わないよ。よくわかんないけど。そう。なら、これ。
She points to the air inlet opening on the vinyl object.
空気入れを忘れたの。一人で膨らませるのは大変だから、交代でしてもらえるかしら。
Indirect kiss.
オッケー。
Okay. It's folded up so I can't tell, but perhaps it's a beach ball. Wait, hold on. More importantly, if we take turns blowing it up, that means... And look at the air inlet opening.
これはか。
An indirect kiss.
か
Miss Sakuya looks at me questioningly. She doesn't seem to realize, or if she does, she doesn't seem to care. Maybe the latter. I mean, she is pretty amazing.
なんでもない。
I shake my head furiously.
気にしすぎ気にしすぎ。こんなのナオちゃんとだって何度もあるし。
I tell myself this, but still I'm a little nervous.
そう。なら少し待っていて。
Miss Sakuya wraps her lips around the air inlet. Even though I tell myself not to think about it, I can't help looking at her lips. My heart pounds. Come on, there's no reason for me to get so excited. Frankly, I'm acting like a pervert. Calm down, compose yourself. Wait. I look at the expanding vinyl object we passed between each other.
あれ？これってもしかして。でも。
It's a rain, isn't it? She can't swim like me. I can't swim either. And then... Yep. Misaki is holding a swimming ring with a flower pattern on it. This...
何？
Hold on, did she just squeak? Swear she squeaked.
なんでも。危ない。今声かけられなかったら笑っちゃうところだった。完璧に。
I mean, come on, this is pretty impactful stuff.
ええ。さくやさんってもしかして泳ぎが苦手とか。そうとも言うかもしれないわね。強がってる。意味もなく。あ、それとも照れ隠しかな。
Thinking this, I suddenly see Misaki in an adorable light.
似合ってるよ。やめて。ごめん。
What do you say to a time like this? I think and think.
私でよかったら泳ぎ教えようか。アスカが？私もそんな上手じゃないから簡単にしか教えられないけどね。それは。
Misaki bites her tongue as though she looks thoughtful. Her cheeks are flushed red.
じゃあお願いするわ。二度目。言ったはずよ。少しでも笑ったら絶対に許さないと。なのに。さくやさんを笑ったんじゃないよ。
That doesn't count.
そう。ならいいけれど。
But I see. Miss Sakuya can't swim. She's a well-bred girl, distinguished, beautiful, and she even has big breasts. With all those winning qualities to her, to know that there's this other side to her, it's nice. Although I couldn't tell her that. Miss Sakuya removes the floating ring from her body and stands up. Had she done it here to see whether or not I would laugh? That was a close call. I smile to myself and look up to the shockingly blue sky.
ねえ、今日は日帰りだからここから星見れないね。え？
Sakuya looks as if she's been caught by surprise. The stars seen from the beach must be beautiful, even if they'd still seem far off in the distance. I'd like to see them someday. Yes, hopefully together with someone.
私、泊まりで来たことなくて、海で見るとかしたことないんだ。そう。さくやさんはある？あるわ。昔ね。
Was it with Asuka?
あ、いつきさんとだ。大切な思い出よ。
There seems to be an odd tone to her voice. It's Asuka. And so, till noon, we slept and play to our heart's content. Get whacked in the head. After walking around the city aimlessly for around an hour, I returned to the front of the dorm.
アスカ？あ、さくやさん。こんばんは。散歩にでも行っていたの？もう遅い時間だけれど。あ、そんなところ。終わらない夏は見つからなかったようね。
I'm attempting to ask her, how did you know?
ナオに聞いたのよ。さっき部屋に寄った時にね。そうですか。あれ？
Then the fact Miss Sakuya had heard that from now and is standing here now means...
ひょっとして私を待っててくれたの
For some reason, she stares at me with sharp eyes. I quiver.
ええ、そうよ。待っていたわ。あと30分。もう遅い時間で、明日学校があるのに帰ってこないようなら、こちらから出向いて、意地でも探し出して首根っこひっつかんで連れ戻す気だったのよ。怖っ。でも、ナオの言う通りだったわね。アスカは帰ってきた。
This time she laughs gently. Oh, is this some kind of carrot and stick thingy?
あなたと一緒に看護師になりたいと思っているのよ。
Thump. My heart pounds.
いつきやなお、クラスのみんな一緒にね。それが一番いいに決まっているわ。ああ、そういうこと。なんだ。
After my initial surprise, my shoulders droop.
どう聞き間違えたのかしら？
Miss Sakuya gives me an uncharacteristically mischievous smile. I respond.
なんでもないっす。
Even as I hope the darkness hides the redness of my cheeks. The next morning... Do.
武田咲也です。 よろしくお願いします。
This time, Miss Sakuya will also be accompanying Miss Shinogi.
はい、よろしくね。あ、あなた前回大札さんの。いえ、それは。
Miss Sakuya cuts off Miss Shinogi's words. She must be talking about how she had been the first to clean up after I peed myself. Well, that proves it. It's still embarrassing.
そう。それじゃあ行きましょうか。はい。
Led by Miss Shinogi, we leave the nurse station. The hospital ward we head to isn't the one where Yuki is.
夏休みか。課題で大変だった思い出しかないわね、私も。私たち看護学生は学ぶことが多いですから。本当にね。休みの終わり頃には毎日誰かの部屋に集まって協力し合ってたな。
Miss Shinogi talks nostalgically as Miss Sakuya responds with a serious expression on her face. But there's something else that's on my mind.
塩野義さん。何かしら。
I know that as a nursing student, it's not ideal to worry yourself with any one individual patient. But I can't help myself.
ゆきちゃん、どうしてますか？
I've asked the question. I consider how I might be scolded for it. Next to me, Miss Sakuya has a reproachful look on her face.
セリア、ゆきちゃん？はい。彼女は亡くなったわ。先週の初めに。
Miss Shinogi speaks in a regular tone as she continues to walk the hallway. I feel my temperature drop.
Asuka.
After taking a sharp breath, Miss Sakuya looks towards me. She passed away at the beginning of last week. Huh? When had I received my last text from Yuki? That's right, at the beginning of last week. Right after that, Miss Shinogi continues in a matter-of-fact voice.
前にあなたたちが実習に来た後、また手術があってね。それは成功して経過も良好だったんだけど、先週急に容体が変わって残念だったわ。そうでしたか。
As I am unable to form words, Miss Sakuya responds for me instead. My feet have stopped moving. Miss Sakuya stops as well, and Miss Shinogi, realizing this, also stops and turns around. I know I should say something, but I can't from the words.
アスカちゃんってきっといい看護師になると思うな。廊下で話すようなことじゃないわね。
Led by Miss Shinogi, I return to the nurse station. The chief seems to have left, and there's no sign of her in the nurse station.
分かってると思うけど、回診があるからあまり時間は割けないわ。はい。
Miss Sakuya is watching me with a firm gaze.
ショックを受けるなとは言わない。人が亡くなっているんだから。でも、そんな顔で患者さんの前に顔は出させられないわ。しっかりしてもらわないと。すみません。あなた、ゆきちゃんとメールのやり取りしていたのよね。
I gave a nod. The subject line of her text had always been to the Jellyfish Club manager, and we had exchanged many texts. It had pained me to read some of Yuki's texts, while others had been a source of encouragement, and so I had been looking forward to seeing her. So much.
楽しみだったんだ。ゆきちゃんに会えるの。メールについては主任も理解していたわ。その上で学校で学んでいるならわざわざ言うまでもないことだし、ここで私もあなたに言ったけれど、彼女のような患者さんは他にも何人もいる。はい、分かってます。前回あなたたちが病院実習に来た後、 亡くなった方も彼女一人じゃない。
はい。
でも私たちは毎日病気や怪我と戦っている患者さんと笑顔で接しないといけない。
はい。
Everything Miss Shinogi says is correct, and I nod.
分かってます。看護師は患者さんに尊敬の念を持って接しないといけない。それも公平に、分け隔てなく誰か一人を特別扱いしないで。看護総合論の授業で一番最初に先生から教わってて。
Miss Shinogi silently listens to me speak.
分かってますから。
I know what is expected of me as a nurse, or at least as an aspiring nurse.
すみません。
何？
私泣きます。
I can't stop myself. I can't stop the tears that fall, or my shoulders that tremble.
アスカ。
泣くなとは言わない。だけど悪いけど長く時間はあげられないわ。早く気持ちを切り替えてトイレで顔でも洗ってしゃっきりしてきてちょうだい。これ以上遅らせられないから私は先に病室を回っているわ。
はい。
I go to the bathroom and wash my face with cold water over and over again. I wipe my face with the towel and step out into the hallway. Misaki is waiting there for me. She should have gone with Miss Shinogi.
あ、咲夜さん。どう？落ち着けた？大丈夫。いや、大丈夫じゃないけど。でも、大丈夫。私なら。え？家に帰ってから泣くわ。実習中は絶対に泣いたりしないけれど。そうだよね。ごめん。
I apologize.
心を通わせた患者さんが亡くなれば、泣くのは私も同じよ。いいえ、誰でも。そっか。
She's probably trying to cheer me up, trying to tell me that she understands how I feel. I take a short but deep breath.
咲夜さん、塩野義さんのとこ行こう。遅くなっちゃう。ええ、そうね。
During my short lunch break, I make my way to the hospital room Yuki was in. Stay in the room. Do, do, do. Do, do. I think I'm gonna be skipping for a while, so, I have nothing to talk about. I have a dream that night. When I wake up the next morning, I've almost completely forgotten about it. Just a vague image remains, like a faraway memory. I vaguely feel as if I met someone in my dream.
なあ、さくやって知ってるか
But
だから、私が、さくやのこと。
but it's so vague.
アスカ、起きなさいアスカ。起きる時間よ。
Are you in my room?
なおちゃん、あとちょっと。
ダメよ。学校に遅刻するわ。早く起きて、顔を洗ってシャンとして着替えなさい。
いやー、なおちゃん着替えさせて。
なおは毎朝こんなことを繰り返してるのかしら。
あれこの声って。
起きなさい、アスカ。それと、私はナオじゃない、サクヤよ。
さく
I'm jolted awake at once.
おはよう、アスカ。やっと起きたわね。
どういうことなんでさくやが私の部屋に
ナオに頼まれたのよ、メールで。
なおちゃんに
Looking around the room, I don't see Nao anywhere. I don't hear any sounds from the kitchen either. I do notice that breakfast has been prepared for me, waiting for me on the table.
休養ができて部屋を出たけれど、姉を起こすのを忘れた、とね。幸い鍵もかけずに出たから入れるはず、ということだったわ。
Luckily,
朝食は用意してきてあるから、それを食べさせて、姉を遅刻しないようにさせてほしいと。
そうだったんだ。
毎朝こんな調子なの？ 5 分は声をかけ続けたわ。
ごめん、さくや。
I apologize to her as I'm getting out of bed. Saki is looking at me suspiciously.
何さくや。
それよ。
さくや
私の呼び方。さんが消えてる。呼び捨てになってるわ。
ほんとだごめん
謝る必要はないけれど、 そもそもこちらは呼び捨てにしてるのに、私はさん付けで呼ばれていたのがおかしな話だし。でもなぜ急に？
なんでだろう。
I tilt my head, but then I realize.
あ、夢だ。
夢？
そう、はっきり覚えてないんだけど、夢の中でね、私ずっとサクヤサクヤって呼んでて、それが自然だったような。
そうなの。
どうしようか。
好きに呼べばいいわ。
好きにって本当かな。じゃあ
Stop using Miss. I'll just call her Sakuya then. Thinking about it, I did once call her that without realizing before a summer vacation at the karaoke place when I told her I liked her. Maybe that's why.
ちょっと特別な感じするよね。
But she did explicitly tell me to call her whatever I like.
じゃあ僭越ながら今後はサクヤで。
I guess it's okay. We've known each other for more than a year already after all.
なあ、サクヤ。
That's how I called out to her in my dream. I don't know what kind of dream it was exactly, but for some reason, I do remember that aspect of it distinctly. She felt so close and it felt so natural.
サクヤ。
ええ、何？
I can't help calling her name without any real meaning. I laughed bashfully.
何やっているの？
いや
いいから朝食食べてしまいなさい。ナオが作っておいてくれたのだから。
はい。
I nod my head as I say this and obediently sit down at the table.
いただきます。
I start eating with a sense of gratitude. Nom nom nom. G. Stare. Nom 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 nom. G. Stare. Nom 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 nom. G.
なんでじーっと見てるんでしょうか。いや、照れるというか緊張するというか。
手を休めないか見張っているだけよ。のんびり食べている時間はないわ。
わ、本当だ。
I'm surprised as I check the time. I finish breakfast, wash myself, and put on my clothes. It's just me and Sakuya inside the room.
二人きり。
I can't help thinking. I can't help remembering that time.
返したわ。
What was the meaning of that kiss, and what was the meaning of those words? When I wanted to find out, Sakuya's mother died, and she had to go home. The right timing kept on slipping away from me up until this very point. And it's obvious that Sakuya has been behaving as if she doesn't even know that it ever happened.
USB メモリー。
Miss Itsuki told me it's all in there.
やっぱりいつきさんに話聞かないと何もわからないよね。
どうしたのアスカ？ぼーっとして。
あ、なんでも。
用意はできたの？そろそろ出ないと遅刻してしまうわ。
大丈夫。行こう、サクヤ。
I look at Sakuya as I say this.
ええ。
For some reason, Sakuya hesitates for a moment before replying. Entering the classroom, I noticed Nao has already arrived before us.
おはよう、なおちゃん。おはよう、お姉ちゃん。ごめんね、今朝は。でも、休養って？
It's highly unusual for Nao to leave the house in the morning like that.
探してるものがあって、それが手に入りそうだって話がね、あって。探してるもの？聞きたい？
She's making it sound very significant, so I hesitate a little.
お姉ちゃん用の新しいお勉強具。やめておこう。世の中には知らない方がいいこともあるって言うし。
Now laughs joyfully.
そうだ。咲夜さんありがとう。お姉ちゃんのこと。いいえ、気にしなくていいわ。まったく苦労しているわね、ナオは。いいでしょ、咲夜。ちゃんと起きたもん。咲夜？ええ、ようやく酸が取れたようね。夢がきっかけだそうよ。夢？やっぱり。やっぱりって？だってお姉ちゃん寝言で「咲夜」って呼び捨てにしてたもん。うわお恥ずかしい。なおも呼び捨てで構わないけれど。じゃあなおもそういう夢見たらそうするよ。
As we're having this light conversation, the school bell rings. The door opens and Miss Ohara enters the classroom.
皆さん、おはようございます。
Eee!
スライディング投稿セーフ。
Miss Itsuki has also arrived, raising Miss Ohara's flank as she enters the room. Sugoi! Other students act impressed, though I'm not sure what's so impressive about this.
ルックスがいい人は何しても受けるってことか。真理だね。
Now nods.
話あるんだ。咲夜は？
Miss Itsuki twitches on hearing me call her by just her name. But she shows no further reaction. Well, at school I can call Sakuya by just her name now since she doesn't seem to care.
学校に残ってほしい。遅れ取り戻さないとなんないしさ。そっか、大変だね。本人はこれっぽっちも大変だなんて思っちゃいない。あれはそういう女。うわー、わかるわー。
I say admiringly.
さて。
Miss Itsuki lowers herself down onto the sofa.
大事な話だっけ？
Yes. The first incident that had been the start of the changes, the fight between Sakuya and Miss Itsuki. I told her to go back to the one she used to love. And then I had been given the USB memory stick. The text file inside it had read, "Wait half a year."
私はさ、ヌケコがファイルを見るか見ないか半々だって思ってた。まあ、見るなら覚悟しろとか散々脅されたし。だから見ないなら見ないで、それでもいいやって。その時は。 これ私と昨夜？
正解。
Footage I'm seeing for the first time, a place that I'm seeing for the first time, children that I'm seeing for the first time. Saki and I. Saki and I?
そう、あんたたちは付き合ってた。まあよく喧嘩もしてたけど。
Miss Itsuki's words can't seem to penetrate my mind. I mean, there's no way I can believe it, and yet...
口開いているわ。間の抜けた顔。
That small star that I had seen when I first met her at school.
私好きだよ、昨夜のこと。
How at the karaoke booth, I ended up saying this to her.
アスカ。
And the feeling of happiness I felt after being kissed on the rooftop. And all the other things that happened here and there. I feel as if I'm starting to understand the sensation of destiny I felt exists between Saki and me. But...
でも、そんなのって。
My mind feels in utter chaos, an utterly chaotic kind of utter chaos. I'm starting to feel dizzy when...
なあ、一つ聞いていいか？
As I stare at Miss Itsuki through the haze of confusion, she plays with the memory stick between her fingers and looks as if she's thinking about something.
大幸妹の様子に変わったところない？
はい？なんでなおちゃん？
I feel stupefied, not understanding what the subject suddenly changed to now.
いいから。そうだな。私と昨夜の喧嘩の後あたりから今まで。
いきなり言われても。
I start thinking about it. It's true that we're going our separate ways more than before, but I suppose that's because we were just sticking together too much until now. It's not that Nao has been acting suspiciously or that she started acting cold towards me.
別に。なおちゃんはなおちゃんだよ。
そっか。
Miss Itsuki replies curtly and seems to be deep in thought. Miss Itsuki navigates through the tablet and shows me the video again.
こう、映ってるか？
Huh?
私真ん中。
I listen to the voice coming from the tablet. It's a very childlike, high-spirited voice. Following this,
その子振り回すのやめて。静かにできないの？
no.
うっさいいじゃんかよ。もう、いつも勝手なんだから。あれ？
I hadn't noticed when I saw this the first time.
動画の最初、これって。
どうした？
この動画、最初、カメラに向かって呼びかけてる？
Ko, are you filming? The beginning of the word is cut off, but... Ko. It's like I was calling someone's name.
ああ。
Miss Itsuki keeps silent for a moment, as if she's carefully choosing her words, deciding whether to tell me or not.
京子だよ。そのカメラ持ってるやつ。
京子。
I don't recognize the name.
昨夜と双子の姉妹。
What?
昨夜、お姉さんか妹いたんだ。
まあ、双子だったせいか、どっちが上でってのはないみたいだけどね。
今は？
She's dead, isn't she?
死んでる。施設が火事になった時に。
火事で亡くなった？
そう。施設が潰れる原因になった火災の時にね。
どういう こと？
詳しいことは私も。ある夜研究所のどっかで出火があって、施設丸ごと大火事になってさ。所長も亡くなって、もともとワンマンな施設だったから研究所はお取り潰しになったんだ。
I can't help staring at Miss Itsuki in amazement.
その時にね。
そうなんだ。京子、双子ってことは咲夜と似てたのかな？
ルックスは、でも中身は全然。
ああ。
昨夜はだいたいいつもすまし顔だったけど、京子はニコニコふわふわずっと笑ってた。
Are you sure there was twin sisters and not just like personality changes?
かといっておしゃべりってわけでもなくて、私たちのことを眺めてるんだ。楽しそうな様子でさ。天使みたいだった。
へえ、可愛かっただろうね。ルックス咲夜で天使みたいなんて。
かわいいね。
There's a sense of sarcasm in Itsuki's voice as she says this.
違うの？
いや、可愛かったよ。そりゃもう。
I can't help noticing something strange in her voice as she says this. So maybe Itsuki actually liked her sister, but they got together? I've made it back to the dorm.
じゃあ今日はこんなとこで。
With these words, it was Miss Itsuki who concluded our conversation at the karaoke place. It felt to me as if she didn't want to talk much about this Kyoko.
いや、でもなんというか、いろいろ大変なこと聞きすぎた。
I feel like my head's about to burst. There's such chaos in my mind that I don't even feel like processing it all. About my memory loss. About the open campus day. About the fact that Saki and I used to love each other. They're all stories that could turn my whole life around. But still, for some reason, the one thing most on my mind is that name.
京子さんか。
As I muttered the name Kyoko to myself, something inside my head burst open.
京子って歌うまいよな。それに比べて咲夜は。放っておいて。双子でも違うところは違うわ。楽しいね。何今の。
It was as if something popped up or floated up from in between the scenes of my mind.
歌声。
I feel as if something's reverberating somewhere in a far corner of my mind. One week later...
あれ？
Are? I'm heading towards the station since Miss Itsuki called me out again to meet her at the karaoke place. There's something I want to tell you about Kyoko, she had written. Miss Itsuki said she had to call in at home first to take care of some preparations, so I went back to the dorm too before heading out. Like before, she told me to go inside already and wait for her there, but... I noticed Sakuya sitting on a bench in front of the station. She's humming a song, seemingly in a great mood.
Sakuya.
ごきげんよう。いいお天気ね。
そうだね。
Sakuya greets me in a relaxed way. I can't see anything unnatural about it. But still, I wonder.
私のこと待って待ち構えてた。
I can't help but feel this way, though I'm not exactly sure why.
一人でお出かけ？お買い物かしら？
なんていうか。
It's actually a secret that I'm meeting up with Miss Itsuki.
それともカラオケとか？人からなら気兼ねなく歌えるものね。
It feels a bit strange hearing Sakuya talk about solo karaoke.
ああ、それに内緒の話をするにもうってつけの場所ね。カラオケ屋さんって。
I take a big gulp of air.
なんでそれ知ってるの？
I say this, unaware of the fact that I'm digging my own grave.
もちろんいつきに聞いたわ。私たち恋人同士だもの。恋人同士の間に隠し事なんてないものよ。
嘘だ。
I can feel it intuitively.
というより咲夜だよね。
No, she's not. I ask her this, almost involuntarily. There's no mistake about it, that this person in front of me right now is Sakuya. We met earlier at school, and she's still wearing the same clothes. Yes, there's no mistake about it.
でも
She almost feels to me like a different person.
おかしなこと言うアスカね。私は咲夜よ。どこか変かしら？
Being asked directly if there's anything strange about her, I'm not sure how to respond. There's nothing strange about her. Yeah, nothing strange, but at the same time, she's totally strange. Completely strange.
アスカこそ、あなたは本当にアスカ？証明できる？ほら、そんなこと聞かれても困るでしょ？ええ、わかっているわ。あなたはアスカよ。間違いなく。
I'm not sure what Sakuya is getting at.
咲夜
Unable to understand it. I suddenly feel like I need to get away from here, right now, but my legs aren't moving. Sakuya looks up joyfully at the blue sky.
鼻歌。咲夜前に歌うのは別に好きじゃないって。
機嫌がいい時に鼻歌くらいは出るわ。
Miss Itsuki said the same thing though when we were coming back from karaoke together one day. That might be true. It might be true, but
ほんと、おかしなアスカね。
she's going yonder. A cold shiver runs up my spine. It feels as cold as ice, but still, the palms of my hands are moist with sweat.
私行くよ。じゃ
I say this quickly, with my hands clenched into fists. I just want to get away from here. I have to get out of here. These thoughts running through my mind, I start walking away from Sakuya at a quick pace.
いつきなら来ないわ。
You killed her. My heart starts beating in my throat, and my feet feel as if nailed to the ground. Sakuya stands up from the bench.
困ったものだわ。いつきにも。余計なことまで話そうとして。
This isn't right.
咲夜じゃない。
だから、言っても無駄よ。
Saying only this, Sakuya starts walking away. As she disappears into the distance, I faintly hear her humming.
京子って歌うまいよな。それに比べて咲夜は。京子。
I enter the karaoke room, but I don't feel like singing. I just sit down on the sofa and wait for Miss Itsuki. I wait and wait and wait, but...
いつきさん来ないな。
I check the time on my smartphone. Well, it's not like we agreed on a specific time, but I can't help feeling worried.
いつきなら来ないわ。
These words keep on swirling about in my head, and I can't help but have a bad feeling about it.
メールしてみよう。
I navigate through my phone and send her a message. What time do you think you'll get here? Send me a message when you know. I wait for a while, but there's no answer.
おいおい。
いつきなら来ないわ。
冗談きついぜ。
If Now were here, she'd caution me about my language.
電話。
I try calling her on my smartphone, but... The phone just keeps on ringing. There's no sign of Miss Itsuki picking up. The call switches over to her voicemail, but I hang up without leaving any message. I don't want to think about it.
いつきさんに何かあった？
Since waiting is the only thing I can do, I continue waiting. But even after 3 hours have passed, Miss Itsuki still hasn't shown up.
もう夜だ。
It's dark outside as I exit the karaoke building. In the end, Miss Itsuki didn't contact me at all.
なおちゃん、心配してるかな。いつきさん？うん、そう。どうしてるか知らない？知らないよね。ごめん、変なこと聞いちゃって。
Having returned to the dorm, I just couldn't settle down, so I asked Now about it. Though there's no way she could know anything about it.
連絡取れないの？うん、ちょっと話があったんだけど。なおも学校で別れてからそのままだし。うん、ごめん。だよね。気にしないで。
As expected, Now looks at me with a concerned expression. I nervously shake my hands.
いつきさんのことなら、さくやさんに聞いてみるのがいいんじゃないかな。
No, don't talk to her. My heart suddenly starts beating in my throat just from hearing the name Sakuya.
だっていつきさんのことなら、さくやさんが一番知ってるはずだよ。あ、まだ冷戦中なんだっけ。でも他に聞ける人もいないし。さくや。
In the end, on Now's suggestion, I find myself heading to their room. Itsuki won't be coming anyway.
いつきなら来ないわ。
That was a bit delayed. I do feel strange going to ask the person who told me this in the first place, but there's also a part of me that wants to make sure, because at the time, I really had this feeling that it wasn't Sakuya.
ちくしょう、わけわかんない。
I reach out to press the doorbell of Sakuya's door.
これを押して出てきたさくやがまたどっか違うさくやだったら。
Yeah, that would be really awful, but...
押すぞ。
I push the doorbell and faintly hear the chime going off inside the room. My heart's racing in my chest. I'm feeling super nervous, almost scared, really. A moment later, the door opens.
はい、どなた？アスカ？
Sakuya appears in front of me, and she looks somewhat puzzled at my face, tilting her head.
さくや。
こんな時間に何の用？というか、なんて顔してるの？え？お化けでも見たような顔よ。失礼ね。
ごめん。なんでもない。
This is Sakuya. The girl standing in front of me now is Sakuya.
どうしたの一体。
あ、ちょっといいかな。
いつき？
今日学校終わってから連絡取ったりした？
いいえ、特に用事もないし。
そっか。ちょっと用があって連絡取ろうとしたんだけど、全然ダメで。
As I explain in a bit of a roundabout way, Sakuya heaves a small sigh.
そのあたり、いつきはいい加減よ。ただの気分でメールに返信しなかったり、電話に出なかったりするわ。
そうなんだ。あ、でも何かあったとか。
心配しているの？
まあ、ちょっと。
It feels a little weird saying that to the person who's the source of my worries.
メールしてみましょうか。
Saying this, she picks up her smartphone. She types a short message and sends it. Almost immediately, a reply comes in.
早いわね、珍しく。
いつきさん？
ええ、今どこにってメールしただけだから簡単なものだけど。
Saying this, she shows me her phone's display. I'm at home. It's a short reply, but I can't say it's not in Miss Itsuki's character to reply like that. It's also been sent from the same address which I have for her.
なんだよ、もう。
So, I think you kidnapped her or killed her or did something. And, you, like, did one of the things where, like, you hack into a phone or whatever, and you can send a message at a certain time. So, I'm on to you. I'm confounded. If she could reply to Sakuya, why couldn't she just reply to me as well?
こっちのセリフだわ。何なの？
なんでもない。なんでもないんだ。ちょっと心配しちゃって。
心配？
あ、だからなんでもない。勘違いだったみたい。
そう。ならいいけれど。
いや
I laugh in a semi-fake way.
おかしなアスカね。
Hearing Sakuya say that, a shiver runs up my spine. That's because those are the same words Sakuya said to me earlier in front of the station. The vibe is totally different though. The Sakuya with me now is the Sakuya I know.
ごめん、邪魔しちゃって。課題してるとこだった？
ああ、構わないわ。課題は夕方には終わらせているから。今は。
Sakuya's words are stuck for a moment.
日記をね。
日記？
読んで。いえ、読むか読まないかで迷っていたところよ。
Sakuya walks over to her desk as she speaks. As I look over, there's an old-looking book lying on her desk. Is that the diary? As she softly touches the cover with her hand, she explains.
母の日記なの。遺品を整理していたら出てきて。
お母さんの。
母が備忘録として日記を書いていたのは知っていたわ。几帳面な人だったから。小さい頃、たまに私も読ませてもらっていたの。
そうなんだ。
Whoops. I was deciding whether I'm going to read it or not.
別に迷う必要ないんじゃない？読んでも。
この日記は知らない。
え？
これは私が知ってる日記じゃないの。 母は2冊日記を書いていたのよ。
There's two of them. Like, there's two quote unquote Sakyas and her mother. Oh my god.
よくわかんない。
この2冊目は本棚の裏に隠すように置かれていたの。家の者に確かめても誰も知らなかったわ。母の世話係でさえ。
内緒の日記。
表紙を開いた最初のページに母の字でこう書いてあったわ。
なんで？
自分に何かあってもこの日記は絶対娘には読ませるな。
Well, now you have to read it.
読ませるな。
私が最初に見つけてしまうことを考えていなかったようね。遺品整理を私が買って出るとは思っていなかったのか。
I was deciding whether I'm going to read it or not.
あ、だから。
そうだから迷っていたの。これを読んでもいいのかどうか。
過去のこととか？施設の。
Sakuya looks at me with a shocked expression as I mumble this.
アスカ、あなた。
あ、いつきさんから聞いて、私は全然知らないんだけど。
いつきが？
Sakuya comes at me with amazing force, and I take a step back.
いつきから何を聞いたの？話しなさい、全部。
I did get the feeling from Miss Itsuki that she wanted this to stay between me and her, but... Unable to resist Sakuya's pressure, I end up spilling all of it. Well, except for the part about Kyoko. Though rather than keeping it hidden, it would be more correct to say that I just forgot to mention it. Silence from Sakuya. It's making me feel kind of terrified.
あなたたち。
はい。
バカ。
She says this in a low, heavy voice, and I can hear her irritation as she says the word fools.
せっかくナオがいろいろ骨を折って私だって苦労して初対面を装っていたというのに。
そうかな。
Come to think of it, Sakuya isn't really acting much like her usual self. What a ferocious glare just now.
あ、いや、ごめん。私が勝手に運命感じてただけかも。
運命。
学校で初めて咲夜と会った時、星が見えたりだとか。
そう。
Huh? Sakuya seems to be blushing a little.
まあ聞いてしまったのは仕方ないわ。このことナオには？
まだ言ってない。
言わない方がいいかもしれないわね。余計な心配させるだけだわ。
そっか。
それでいつきから話を聞いてあなたはどうなの？いつきの話がきっかけになって記憶が戻ったというようなことではなさそうだけれど。
っていうか私って記憶喪失だったんだなーって。
は？
ちょっと物覚えが悪くてちっちゃい頃のことを覚えてないだけかなーって思ってたから。
Sakuya keeps silent again. It's so scary. I really hope she forgives me.
大バカ！
She finishes me off in a single stroke.
呆れるわ。あなたにも、そしてあなたのことをおもんばかっていた私にも。
そこでキレられてもどうしようもないっていうか。
Glare.
ごめんなさい。
Sakuya shakes her head as I apologize to her reflexively.
いいわ。別に謝ってもらいたいわけではないもの。謝らせるならいつきね、ナオとの約束を破って。まあきっと謝らないでしょうけど、あれは
あれ呼ばわり。でも
何？
いつきさんから聞いたおかげで分かったこともあって。
I'm not sure whether this is the right time to say this.
文化祭の時のキス。
Sakuya's cheeks are bright red.
あれってその私たちが相思相愛だったからなんだよね。
That might have also been the reason why the kiss gave me a happy feeling inside.
違うわ。あれはそうじゃなくて、
あれは
言わない。何も覚えてない人には。
She reminds me a bit of a sulking child. There's something cute about it.
もう
いつきは私とアスカが結ばれればいいと考えているようなの。
あ
I told her to go back to the one she used to love. That's what Miss Itsuki told me, so she was talking about me when she said the one she used to love.
その気はないって言っているのに。
Sake isn't leaving any room for misunderstanding.
じゃあなんでキス。
説明しません。知りたかったら自分で思い出すことね。
It's clear that she's not going to tell me.
う
Ugh. Those words she said after the kiss could probably be a hint. I've given it back.
思い出さずに済むのなら思い出さない方がいいわ。施設のことなんて。
Sakuya looks at me with a deadly, serious expression as she tells me this. I'm not sure how to respond to it.
それじゃあお邪魔しました。
Having said what we had to say, I decided it's time to go.
くれぐれもナオには黙っておきなさい。私もいつきによく言っておくから。でもアスカに隠し事ができるともあまり思えないけれど。
どんだけポンコツって思われてるんだろう。
よく知っているだけよ。施設ではいろいろとね。
Sakuya yawns.
あくびだ。
I can't help pointing.
ここのところあまり寝れていないのよ。家のことや学校もあるし悪かったわね。
悪いなんて言ってないよ。そっか、大変だね。
なら余計なことは言わないで。
It's kind of cute how she gets sulky whenever she's embarrassed, though she's scary at the same time.
おやすみなさいアスカ。
おやすみ、さくや。今日は早めに寝た方がいいよ。
そうするわ。
After exchanging goodnights, Sakuya moves to close the door when...
これ以上昨夜に近づかないで。
Hello?
また刺されたくなかったらね。
Uh... The door clicks shut. I can't move a muscle.
今のって京子だった。なおちゃん、なおちゃん、なおちゃん、なおちゃん、なおちゃん、なおちゃん、なおちゃん。何お姉ちゃん。階段、本当にあった怖い話。え、聞きたいの？最近新ネタは仕入れてなくて。あ、でも資料室の泣き女の続きが。そうじゃなくて。死者の霊がついてるかもしれない。咲夜に。
Now stares at me blankly, but then she proves once again what a great sister she is.
お姉ちゃん、落ち着いて話聞かせてくれる？
Now responds to me with compassion.
だよね。
But in order to explain this to her, I'll have to tell her everything. I'll have to tell her what I know. And that wouldn't only be about Sakuya.
私の過去のことも、施設にいたこととか。
And if I talk about that, I'll be stepping into territory which now has been hiding from me. I wonder if it's okay to do that.
本当はもっと早くしてなくちゃダメだったんだ。こんな大事な話。
I resolve myself and take a deep breath.
一から話すね。
We talk until deep into the night. The next day, Sakuya has to go back home, so she's only attending the morning classes. Because of her recent absence, I heard she has to take supplementary classes on Saturdays and Sundays too, every week. Miss Itsuki has come to school as usual. I told her I wanted to ask her during lunch break about what happened.
さて、聞きたい話ってのは？
Miss Itsuki is the one to open up the conversation, but now comes in to interrupt her.
その前に。なんだよ、幸妹。お姉ちゃんに話しちゃったでしょ。いろいろ。言わないって約束だったのに。
Talking to Nao about everything yesterday was definitely a big deal, but she told me that she already had a faint intuition that Miss Itsuki had told me about the past. Well, I'm really bad at hiding things from her after all. According to Nao's story, when I was little, I was put into Haizawa Pediatrics Research Center after being diagnosed with a disease that was going to be very difficult to treat. But actually, this disease was made up by the clinic, or by the research facility. Rather, the reality was just as Miss Itsuki had told me. Nao also told me that it was true that on the open campus day, she asked Sakuya and Miss Itsuki to act as if they were meeting me for the first time. After talking everything through, Nao apologized for having lied to me. I was surprised by the extreme seriousness of Nao's apology. Of course I forgave her, but the seriousness in Nao's tone seemed strange to me.
そんな怒りっぽく思われてるのかな、私。
It seemed like she thought she had to get down on all fours and beg for my forgiveness, but it's not like I was going to be angry about it at all. Nao's glaring sharply at Miss Itsuki, but Miss Itsuki lightly laughs it off.
いやあ、私嘘つくの苦手でさ。心苦しくて心苦しくて。はあ、いつきさんって。
Nao starts saying something, but
なんでもない。それより大事なお話しよう。ね、お姉ちゃん。そうだね。でさ、いつきさん、今日の本題。あったた、くそ、まだ痛むな。
Miss Itsuki grimaces painfully as she turns her head to look at me. It still hurts.
で、何？まず昨日、 昨日なんでカラオケ屋さんに来なかったの？連絡も取れなかったし。
ああ、それ監禁されてた。
監禁？それって京子に？
やっぱそっちにも行ってたか。そうだよ、スタンガンでね、首の後ろバチバチってやられて、いつの間にあんなもん手に入れたんだか。
As I thought. The reason behind yesterday's trouble had been Kyoko, and Miss Itsuki also knows about it. She knows about this Kyoko who seems to live inside Sakuya.
聞かせて、京子のこと。亡くなってるんだよね。
ああ、そうだな。もともと昨日話そうと思ってたとこだったし、ちょうどいいや。昼休み中に終わらなかったら続きはウェブで。
ねえからウェブ。お姉ちゃん、言葉遣い。
一番大事なこと最初に言っとくよ。京子は昨夜のことが好きだったんだ。
But that's forbidden love.
うん。なんとなくそんな気はしてた。姉妹でか。
I can see a mix of different expressions on Nao's face. Maybe because of everything we talked about last night.
昨夜、もしかして京子さんの霊に取りつかれてる？
霊が取り付く？おい、階段か？私を怖がらそうって言うなら。
違う、そうじゃなくて。
あと、そうか。まあでもなんていうか似たようなもんかもしれないな。
Now and I exchange glances at Miss Itsuki's vague words.
昨夜の中に京子の意識がいる。それは事実だ。昨夜がさ、幼い頃手術を受けてるって話って知ってる？
私は昨夜からちらっと。
それ、京子から臓器提供を受けてるんだ。施設が火事になった時の一件でね。
Both Nao and I are lost for words.
それが。
まあ黙って聞いてるよ。火事の中で昨夜は重傷、京子は死亡。昨夜は落ちてきた建材が腹に刺さって臓器をひどく損傷してて、助かるには臓器移植しかなかった。で、見ればおあつらい向きに臓器提供にはうってつけの親族の体がそこに転がってました。で、昨夜は助かった。なあ、人の意識、魂ってどこに宿ってると思う？
I would assume either the brain or the heart.
魂？頭とか。
何の根拠もないだろ、それ。昨夜の中にいる京子の魂は京子の臓器に宿ってるもんだ。本人がそう言ってるから、とりあえず私は信じてる。調べたところ似たような話がないでもないみたいだし。
臓器に宿った魂。信じられない。でもナオも聞いたことある、同じ話。ナオちゃんが言うなら信じてもいいかな。
おい、別にいいけど。何にしろ問題はここからだ。京子はたまに表に出てくることはあってもおとなしいもんだった。昨夜の生活を邪魔したくないって。私もそれに協力してて、京子が出てくるのは 私と話し合って決めた時だけ。だいたい月1回くらい。京子も納得してたはずだった。
はず。そうじゃなくなってたんだね。
ああ、帝都看護に入って抜けことアスカと再会したあたりからな。
私と？
そうさ。たく、なんで咲夜も抜け子も看護学校に入るなんて考えたんだか。
Why did I want to go into nursing school? Why did I have the idea to become a nurse? Because of that picture book, The Girl Who Chased Stars. It all started with that scribble that was written on the last page saying I'm gonna be a nurse. Yes, I wanted to ask about that too today.
あのさ、私覚えてない。ちっちゃい頃、その施設にいたって頃に将来看護師になるって思ったみたいなんだけど、なんでだか知らない？一緒にいたっていういつきさんなら。
施設にいた頃に。
そう、多分。
知らないな。聞いたことない。っていうかさ、あんた。昔のあんたは看護師になりたいなんて思うようなやつじゃなかったよ。バカで自己中でかっこつけの乱暴者で、人の世話するどころか人に迷惑かけてばっかりのムカつくバカガキでさ。バカ。
ひどい言われようだ。バカって3回も言うし。
スーパー事実。看護師になりたいなんて嘘じゃねって感じ。もしも万が一事実だとしたら。
As Itsuki keeps silent for a moment.
昨夜なら知ってるかもな。
咲夜が？
That night,
おやすみなさい、お姉ちゃん。おやすみ。
I get into bed after exchanging goodnights with Now, but I don't feel sleepy at all.
星を追う人。
I open up the picture book and start reading. The picture book with the scribble on the last page. I'm gonna be a nurse. It seems to be a children's book, but the content is pretty hard to grasp. Philosophical and abstract in a way.
これ、本当に私の持ち物なのかな？
It does have my name, Asuka, written on the front page, so I assume it was. As I'm thinking these things, I flip through the pages and stare at them. Two travelers without names are talking to each other under a starry sky. Hey, do you like looking at stars? Yes, I like it, but I don't do it so often. That's odd, why not? Whenever I look at the stars, they seem so far away, and it makes me feel sad. I understand, but I think that's normal.
ちょっと。
I raise my voice without thinking. Flustered, I cover my mouth. I look at the pages again and again with a stunned expression. It reminds me of that one time when I went home with Sakuya in the rain.
アスカは星を見るのが好きなの？好きだけど、あまり見ないかな。それは不思議ね。どうしてかしら？いや、だって見ると、うわー遠いなーって思っちゃって。それはわかるわ。本当？でもそれは普通のことよ。絵本の中と同じ会話してた。
How could that be possible? Coincidence? Could that possibly happen by coincidence? I probably read this book when I was little, so it could be possible that it remains somewhere in the back of my mind, which caused me to respond in the same way, and Sakuya too.
咲夜も読んでたってこと？うん。
Something in my head seems to click into place. A kid's picture book that's hard to understand. A picture book that someone like me probably would have never liked or read. In that case...
これって昨夜のだったり。
I could have never imagined that to be true, but could it? Since I heard from Miss Itsuki about the past, that we grew up together, I guess there could be a possibility. And if that were the case, my heart suddenly starts racing out of excitement.
プレゼントそれとも借りっぱなしで返してないとか。うわ、ダメじゃん。
Anyway...
だとしたら昨夜なら知ってるかもしれない。
The reason why I wanted to become a nurse. Sakuya went home today and is spending the night there, but she did say that she'd come to school tomorrow. I can't call her at this hour, and texting her about this would be a bit awkward.
明日聞いてみよう。眠れないよ。そうはそうは。
Fidget, fidget. I'm in the classroom before class is starting, feeling nervous.
お姉ちゃん？あ、なんでもないよ、なんでも。
I force a smile on my face as Nao looks at me suspiciously. I can't keep my attention away from my bag, which is sitting at my feet. That's because the picture book, The Girl Who Chased Stars, is inside. I wonder if Sakuya will be arriving soon.
遅いね。いつきさんはいつもだけど、昨夜さん、だいたいナオたちより先に来てるのに。学校休むのかな？
It wouldn't be that strange. After all, she said that since her mother died last autumn, a lot has been going on in her family. They have to determine how the talkative family will go on operating in the future. Though I don't have any idea about the circumstances of important families. When suddenly...
あ、メール。いつきさんだ。
I noticed that Miss Itsuki just sent me a message on my smartphone.
いつきさん？なんだろう。
I touched the display of my smartphone and opened the message. Sakuya's collapsed. She's in hospital. I jump up, kicking my chair back in the process.
どうしたのお姉ちゃん。昨夜が倒れたって。私行かなきゃ。ちょっと待って。ダメだよ、すぐに。
When suddenly...
あ、またメール。
I impatiently open it. It's not a big deal, so you can wait until after school to come see her. Don't even think about skipping classes.
読まれてた。
With a heavy heart, I sit back down. Now peeks at the display of my smartphone.
本当だ。こう書いてるなら大丈夫ってことだよ。信じよう、お姉ちゃん。でも。
Am I going to trust Miss Itsuki?
というより。というより？こんなんじゃ授業に集中できない。だね。
After school, I hurried to the hospital where Sakuya was taken. It's the first time I've ever been to Sakuya's hometown. I asked for Sakuya's room number at the reception. Soon after, I'm knocking on her door.
はい。どうぞ。
Hearing her voice more energetic than I expected, tears of relief moistened my eyes. Sakuya tries to get upright as she sees my face, but I tell her to stay down.
すまないわね。そうさせてもらうわ。
I expected her to press the issue, but she obediently follows my suggestion.
学校に行く準備をして階段を降りてる途中にね。
She doesn't seem any different than usual to me. She's talking in her usual dignified voice.
うん。足を踏み外して落ちてしまったの。それほど高くはなかったのだけど。大丈夫なの？大丈夫じゃないから入院しているのよ。ああ、そっか、ごめん。冗談よ。怪我は大したことはないの。むしろ問題は過労らしいわ。過労？ここのところ実家のことでも忙しかったし、それで遅れる学業を取り戻すのでも忙しかったし、自分では平気なつもりでいたけれど、体はごまかせないわね。階段から落ちるなんて。それで先生にも勧められて1週間ほど入院することになったわ。1週間も？過労だけでと考えると大げさだけれど、話したことがあるでしょ。昔長期入院していたことがあると。そのこともあって念のためにということらしいわ。個室になったのもそれが理由のようね。いつきさんが言ってた臓器移植。
I heard the details only recently, though. So that's why she has to stay for a whole week. It must be rough, I think to myself. The issue of her body, getting behind on classes, and all the other family issues.
そっか。でも大丈夫だよ、昨夜なら。すぐ授業も追いついて。いいえ、留年することにしたわ。
I heard what Sakuya just said, but it doesn't immediately register. I'm frozen into place.
来年私はもう一度2年生をするの。ちょっと待って、そんな。なぜアスカが取り乱すの？もう決めたことよ。来年になればさすがに実家も落ち着いているだろうし、授業のことで先生方に迷惑をかけることもないし、これが一番現実的で良い選択だと思うわ。
It sounds logical. What Sakuya is saying does make perfect sense.
少し時間が欲しかったところだし、ほら、日記を持ってきているの。お母さんの？ええ、読むことにしたの。ゆっくりとね。それに、それだけじゃなくて。
I tilt my head as Sakuya breaks off her sentence in a bit of a curious spot.
なんでもないわ。そうね。休学はいつきも賛成してくれているの。いつきさんも？正直、授業の遅れを埋められないでいたから、それを知っているのよ、いつきは。そうなんだ。うん。だから、これでいいのよ。そうだね。ずっと大変そうだったし。2年の勉強難しいもんね。うん、無理しないのがいいと思う。私も賛成。言葉と裏腹の顔よ、アスカ。残念に思ってくれるのなら少し嬉しいわ。うん。
I nod.
昨夜と一緒に看護師になれたらいいなって思ってたから。あ、ごめんね、勝手なこと。いいえ、構わないわ。
Sakuya keeps silent after saying this, in a way that it seems like she's trying to endure some pain.
昨夜にそんな顔させたくない。
I can't keep silent like this. So I'm gonna be your senior. I do my best to hold back my emotions as I speak.
そっか。じゃあ私が昨夜の先輩看護師になるってことだね。帝都看護を卒業したら。そうね。その時は先輩の私が後輩の昨夜ドーンとリードしてあげるよ。
I know it's not really in my character to say something like this, though. Oh well. I wait for Sakuya's reply, expecting a sarcastic put-down of some sort.
ありがとう。頼りにするわ。
Sakuya says this as she gently smiles at me. I'm slightly taken aback that she took it seriously, because this means that I'll really need to become the kind of nurse that she could count on.
うわぁ、重い。
Sakuya smiles as she observes my internal struggle. Then a mischievous grin forms on her lips as she speaks.
ああ、でもアスカがこれから学業不振で2年留年して結局私が1年先輩になるって可能性の方が高いかもしれないわね。どんだけポンコツだ私。
I feel a little shocked. But, oh well, it seemed to have brightened up Sakuya's expression in the atmosphere in the room. So I'll let it slide. And then...
あ、そうだ。ちょっといいかな。
There is one other reason why I've come visiting her today. I nudge my bag, which is lying at my feet. Sakuya looks at me dubiously.
何かしら、アスカ。はい、じゃじゃん。
Jajang! I pull the picture book out of my bag, The Girl Who Chased Stars.
それ前に話したことあったよね。私が帝都看護に入った理由。絵本の最後のページにしてあった落書きのこと。これがその絵本なの。で、これさ、もともとは昨夜のじゃないかな。
I look right into her eyes as I say this. Sakuya stares right back at me.
もしかしたら私
Sakuya's eyes seem to be looking both at me and at the picture book in my hands.
昨夜のために看護師に。ごめんなさい、知らないわ。古いもののようだから確かに施設にいた頃のものかもしれないけれど、私は見たことがないわね。そうなの？でも待って、帰ってアスカ。お見舞いに来てくれてありがとう。でも学校もあるのだからもう来なくていいわ。ちょっと待って、昨夜。いいから帰って。そしてもう来ないで。昨夜？
It's as if she's trying to chase me away, or no, that's exactly what she's doing. I leave the room and enter the hallway, feeling all alone.
わけわかんない。怒らせた？でもなんで？
I don't understand.
もう来るなって。確かに学校はあるけど。
I look up at the ceiling inside the hallway.
そんなこと言われてもどうしよう。
Go every day. Maybe I'll go like every 3 days, you know? I don't know what to do, but of course act like I've forgotten about Sakuya's words and proceed to visit the hospital every day. I visited her 3 days in a row, pretending as if nothing happened. Sakuya smiles at me joyfully.
もし見舞いのせいで成績が落ちたりしたら終わりのない地獄を見せるわ。
She just said something super scary with such a straight face. What a terrifying aura. So, that's why I've started bringing my study materials to Sakuya's room to get some studying done during my visits.
まったくしょうがないアスカね。
So in the end, even though she thinks I'm hopeless, Sakuya has started accepting my visits. And then another day.
じゃじゃーん、来たよ、サクヤ。
じゃじゃん。
想像しいわね。静かに。子供じゃないのだから分別をつけなさい。はい。
I've only entered the room 3 seconds ago and she's already scolding me. I could cry.
気を取り直して。サクヤ。今日はお土産持ってきてるんだ。お土産？うん、そう。病院来る途中、美味しそうなケーキ屋さんがあってさ。サクヤがどんなケーキ好きかわかんなかったから、適当に選んだけど。
Saying this, I present her with a stylish-looking cake box. I bought a green tea mousse cake for myself and for Sakuya. A bitter gâteau chocolat.
ガトーショコラです。これは。なんかサクヤに似合いそうだなって。苦味が効いているところがかしら。違うよ。大人っぽくてでも甘いみたいな。冗談よ。ありがとう。いただくわ。
I feel relieved to see her smile. She seems satisfied with the taste as well, so I'm glad. Oh, and the green tea mousse cake is amazingly delicious too. I'm very satisfied with my selection. So, maybe it's because I'm already coming every day, but neither Miss Itsuki nor Now have been visiting that often, merely sending her a message now and then to ask her how she's doing. Also, a servant of the Takeda family sometimes shows up to bring her some things. It's always the same person, so I've got to know her.
何を聞いてるの？
While Sakuya has been in the hospital, most of the time she's either been reading her mother's diary or listening to music on her MP3 player. I've been wondering why she doesn't just let it play out loud, because she's got a private room anyway.
クラシックよ。アスカが聞いたら眠くなるような。ね。
Liar. You listen to Screamo music, don't you?
ああ。勉強中に聞かせでもしたら、それこそ瞬殺でしょうね。
That's apparently the reason why she isn't playing it out loud. It's kind of shocking. So, like this, I've started feeling quite at home in Sakuya's hospital room. One day, I'm in her hospital room as usual. It's a rainy day.
で、何か。
As usual, I'm studying my textbooks. Sakuya is quietly reading her mother's diary. She's not listening to music today. It's almost as if we're having the faint sound of the rain outside as our background music.
雨。
Ame. Rain. I listen to the sound of the rain.
雨。
Rain. It's so quiet in the hospital room.
雨か。
Sakuya isn't responding to my mutters.
思い出すな。あいあい傘。あれでちょっと距離が縮まったような気がしたんだよね。寮に戻ったら鍵なくてさ。あれは焦ったな。でも鬱陶しいわね。静かに自習していられないの？ごめん。なんか黙ってられなくて。私の言う通りにできないなら追い出すだけよ。黙ってます。まったく。
Having shown her disapproval of my foolishness, she returns to her diary. I look at the profile of her face as she's reading.
綺麗だな。
When I think about it, ever since meeting her, I've always been fascinated by her beauty.
見てよ、昨夜の顔。
She might scold me again if she notices, though.
そっくりな双子。京子と並んでるところ、絵になっただろうな。
Thinking these things, I continue appreciating the sight of her face's profile, when suddenly...
え？
Sakuya flips through the pages of the diary and frowns.
どうしたの？あ、昨夜？
ページが破れてるわ。
Surprised, I approach Sakuya's bedside. I look at the diary, which is opened up in Sakuya's lap.
本当だ。
Some pages have been ripped out of the diary. They're ripped out cleanly and completely.
それも何ページも。10。いえ、それ以上かしら。
何日分くらい？
必ず毎日書いていたわけじゃないようだからわからないけれど、半月、長くて一月分くらいかしらね。
そんなに？どういうことなんだろう。
そう。
Sakuya keeps on staring intently at the spot where the pages had been ripped out.
昨夜？
She isn't responding to me. She seems to be deeply caught up in some thought.
何か気になることあるのかな？
When...
まあないものは仕方ないわ。続きを読むしかなさそうね。
そうだね。
アスカは実習に戻りなさい。こっちを見るなとまでは言わないけれど、ほどほどにすることよ。
バレてた。そんな素振り全然なかったのに。
Peripheral vision.
当然よ。私を誰だと思っているの？
世界一美人な武田咲也さんです。
それは。
Whoops, sorry, And...
それは。ありがとう。
It's so adorable to see her blushing like that.
好きだな。
That's what's going through my mind right now, but if I were to tell her that at this time, it would sound as if I'm only attracted by her looks, so I don't say it. Though it's true that I really did fall in love with her looks. She knows I'm looking at her. I feel as if she knows exactly what's going on inside me.
平常心、平常心。もう。
Well, these things happen.
アスカ？アスカ？
教科書に集中してた。
それはいいけれど、もう夜よ。帰った方がいいわ。
ああ、ほんとだ。
I look outside the window.
面会時間も終わりだね。帰るよ。ちょっと。
I put my books back into my bag and get ready to leave.
じゃあ、また明日。
無理に来なくていいのに。
聞こえない。
I laugh as I say this and turn towards the door.
待って、アスカ。
何？
I face Sakuya again as she calls out to stop me.
そういえば、これ、いつきに渡してもらえる？
Sakuya hands me a key.
それって。
寮の部屋の鍵よ。いつきからなくしてしまったから合鍵を作りたいと連絡をもらっていたの。 学校で会った時にでも渡しておいてもらえる？実家通いだからっていい加減なんだから。うん、いいけど。急ぎではないけれど、よろしくね。はい。確かに。
Sakuya hands me the key.
忘れずに頼むわ。しっかりね。それじゃ。
Sakuya's words, or rather the way she'd said them, caught my attention.
さくや、お大事に。
I leave the room on a bright note. The rain has stopped by the time I reach the dorm. I see a light inside my room from outside, so now seems to be waiting. My stomach is making rumbling noises.
お腹すいた。ただいまー。おかえりお姉ちゃん。お腹空いてるでしょ。ちょうどご飯できたところだよ。おお、すごい。あなたは予知能力者か。ここのところ毎日だもん。面会時間から考えたらだいたいわかるよ。なるほど。でもすごい。テーブルに並べておくから、その間に手とか洗っておいて。あいあい。
I go to the bathroom, wash my hands, and come back into the room.
そうだ、なおちゃん。何？今日っていつきさんと話したりした？学校終わってから？かな？電話でちょっと話したかな。大したことは別に。でも結構話しちゃった。あの人しつこいんだもん。1時間くらい？ 2 時間。途中から売り言葉に買い言葉みたいになって。お仲いいな。よくないよ。おかげでご飯の準備間に合わなくなりそうだったもん。なるほど、それは困る。でしょ？だから用もないのに電話してこないでって言ってるんだけど。私が毎日咲夜のところに行ってるからかな。
That's my thought on it, but I have the feeling that I shouldn't say it out loud.
ね？それがどうかしたの？なんでもない。ご飯食べよう。いただきまーす。
I was just wondering if Miss might have said anything about the key, but I suppose there would be no reason for her to say anything about that to now. That night, as I'm lying in my bed, I type a message to Miss Itsuki. Miss Sakuya handed me the key to your dorm room. I'll give it to you tomorrow at school. I send it. It might not be something which I really have to send a message about in advance, but still.
忘れずに頼むわ。しっかりね。
There was just something about the way Sakuya said that. And immediately I receive a reply, a short and blunt reply. What is this about? I type a reply. It's the key to your dorm room. Didn't you want to make a copy because you lost yours? I send it and immediately receive a reply. I have my key. I never lost it.
はい。
I slip out of bed and head towards the door of Sakuya and Miss Itsuki's room.
咲夜の勘違いじゃないよね。
Losing a key and wanting to make a copy is a pretty big deal, so I don't think there could be any misunderstanding about that.
忘れずに頼むわ。しっかりね。
あそこまで念を押されたし。
I take another look at the key in my hand.
しっかりって何をしっかりなんだろ
Why did she entrust me with her key?
う。いや、 本当に託されたのかわかんないけど。
I don't have a choice but to check. I slide the key inside the keyhole and slowly turn it. Click.
なんか緊張する。
Going inside the room while they're not there. It feels a bit like I'm committing some kind of crime. My heart is racing in my chest, though I'm unaware of it. My hand gropes for the light switch.
よし、着いた。
I turn on the light inside the room.
着いたものの。
I look around the room, but don't notice anything out of the ordinary.
仮に咲夜が私に部屋に入らせようと考えていたとしたら、
Detective Asuka on the job.
私に何をさせたいからなんだろう。
Detective Asuka still on the job.
全然わかんない。
Detective Asuka failing the job. Well, we're talking about me after all, owner of the brains of a jellyfish.
替えの下着が足りなくなってそれを持ってきてほしいとか、恥ずかしくて直接は言えなくて。
I walk to her clothes drawers and randomly open all the drawers from top to bottom. The uppermost drawer is exactly the one with panties. Well, I keep mine in the uppermost drawer as well.
おお。
They're neatly folded and arranged. I take one into my hand and unfold it. It's got frills. I didn't expect her to wear such cute panties. What am I doing?
いや、変態か私。
Flustered, I shake my head and put the panties back. I close the drawers.
多分違うよな。私に頼むのが恥ずかしいんだとしたら、家の人に頼めばいいんだし。ダメだ、わかんない。
I sit down on the floor and lean against the side of the bed. I look up at the ceiling.
おー。
My mind's completely blank. I really have no idea.
しっかり、しっかり。しっかりなんだ？
I don't know. For a while, I continue sitting there with my blank mind.
明日咲夜に聞いてみよう。
I stand back up as I come to this conclusion, or rather, I try to stand up.
うわあ、足しびれてる足。
I wasn't even sitting that long. I wonder if I was sitting in some weird way. It's really completely numb. I can't resist the sensation and drop back to the ground.
しびしびが。
People are really so totally powerless against a tingling numb foot. The person who could invent a technique that instantly turns a numb foot back to normal would probably receive some sort of incredible prize.
そんなことよりしびれが。あ？
Just as I'm rolling on... Just as I'm rolling on the ground in agony, the little gap under the bed enters my field of vision. I see something dropped far under the bed.
なんだろう。ゴミ？
It looks white, like a crumpled piece of paper squeezed into a ball. Something's lighting up in my mind, and just as I reach my hand under the bed,
しびれが。なんのこれしき。
I can't. Making such a big fuss all by myself, I somehow manage to reach my hand far enough to grab the paper. I sit down, leaning against the bed once again. The tingling sensation has mostly subsided. I'm holding the crumpled paper ball in my hand. It doesn't seem to be just one paper, but several. Maybe even more than 10.
ページが破れてるわ。それも何ページも。10。いえ、それ以上かしら。
I remember about Sakuya's mother's diary, about the pages that had been ripped out.
これ、
It has to be.
でも なんでベッドの下に放り捨てたみたいに。
Or
昨夜の目から隠すみたいに。もしかして京子が。
I don't have anything to base that on, and I can't prove it, but I can't help thinking so. I'm not sure if it would be alright for me to read them. Most likely it wouldn't. I can't resist my curiosity, however. I take a big gulp and slowly straighten the papers out. Uncrumpling the papers is making a lot of noise in the silent room.
やっぱり。
They are indeed the pages of Sakuya's mother's diary. It was a little more than 10 pages, written in a beautiful and compact handwriting, so every page has a lot written on it. That's why reading it all took me longer than I expected. I wonder how long it took me, about 30 minutes. I've just finished reading it through.
嘘だ。
I truly regret ever reading this.
嘘だ。嘘だ。嘘だ。嘘だよ。だってそんな。
My hands are shaking, my voice is shaking. I have a horrible pounding headache. My eyes are moist with tears.
そんなのって。
Just the same instant I raise my voice, the lid on my memories opens up. The first thing I see is the starry sky.
なあ咲夜、看護師って知ってるか？
看護師？
すげえ強くてかっこいいヒーローなんだぞ。でっかいロボに乗って悪い奴らをやっつけるのが看護師の仕事なんだ。
そういうこと。アスカ、それはあなたが見てたヒーロー番組の主人公がそういう設定だっただけで、本来看護師というのは。
ごちゃごちゃうるさいな咲夜は。いいからほら、咲夜最近いっつも暗い顔してんじゃん。だから私が看護師になって咲夜のこと守ってやる。どうだ、すごいだろ。えっへん。
だから信じられないのか？だからそういうことではなくて。
だったら
あなたいきなり何よ。
これもテレビで見たんだ。大事な約束するとき、その証としてチューするんだって。
そんな勝手な。
信じろ咲夜。私絶対咲夜を守るから。
A promise. The next thing I see is a sea of flames. I see my little self screaming. My promise. I couldn't keep my promise to her. I start running. I can't possibly stay still after this. I don't even know why I'm running. I don't even know where I'm running to. No, there's only one possible place to go, even if it's too late. Arriving at Sakuya's hospital, I'm immediately aware that something must have happened. The hospital is deathly quiet, but there's something about the atmosphere. Something wrong.
Sakuya.
I have a really bad feeling about this, deep within the pit of my stomach.
ちょっとどういうこと？
As I reach the floor where Sakuya's room is located, I come upon a scene of turmoil.
なんでスプリンクラー作動しないの？
そんなのわからないわよ。つい先日のチェックでも問題なくて。
そんなことより患者の避難、消防署にも連絡して早く。
もうしたわよ。
何これ。
あなたも早く建物から出て。一体。ねえ、中にいる武田さんは。
昨夜。
I immediately dash forward towards Sakuya's room. The whole place is an inferno.
ちょっと早く消火器持ってきて。
昨夜。
Sakuya's room is shrouded in a sea of flames, and right in the middle stands Sakuya. She looks calm, almost as if she's not feeling the heat. There's a smile on her face.
来たのね、裏切り者さ。
昨夜じゃない。京子。
バカね、昨夜。ほんとバカ。約束破りの裏切り者のアスカを許すだなんて。許して。まったその顔思い出したみたいね。全部自分が裏切り者だってことも。
そうだよ。私約束を守れなかった。
昨夜は許す。もう許してるのだそうよ。でも私は許さない。だから昨夜は私が連れて行くわ。本当はこんなことしたくなかったけど、裏切り者のアスカに昨夜を渡したりしない。絶対に。だから
Kyoko seems to be joyfully humming.
あなたはそこで見ていてね。やめて京子、なんでこんな真似。離れて、巻き込まれるわよ。ずっとね、話していたの。入院してから MP3 プレイヤーにお互い目覚めている間に言葉を吹き込んで。でも昨夜は変わらなかった。それどころか私の考えを改めさせようとした。
MP3 プレイヤー。
I sometimes saw Sakuya listening to it. She told me she was listening to music.
あれが。
I'm slightly taken aback. And then, as Kyoko continues talking, her words reach my ears. But I can't catch the meaning very well. I can hear the words themselves, but my head seems to resist any efforts at comprehension. Those words. When she got out of the hospital, Sakuya was planning to quit school in order to distance me from you. It's hard to accept what she's saying.
最初は単にあなたと疎遠になればいいだけだと考えたようだけれど。
Kyoko just keeps on talking, not caring much about whether I'm comprehending what she's saying or not.
覚えている？あなたの病室に絵本を持ってきた時のこと。帰って、アスカ。お見舞いに来てくれてありがとう。でも、学校もあるのだから、もう来なくていいわ。いいから帰って。そして、もう来ないで。あの絵本にはあなたと昨夜の誓いが書かれていた。だからこそ昨夜はそれを否定しようとした。認めれば間違いなく私はまたあなたを殺そうとしたから。けなげね、けなげで。そして認められるわけがない。それってあなたがアスカがとっても大事ってことでしょ。
My veins are scorched by the flames. My cheeks and my skin feel so hot. I remember the fire at the facility. I was surrounded by flames. I searched for Sakuya but couldn't find her.
だから昨夜は学校を辞めてもうあなたとは会わないところへ行こうと。でも体に 物理的な距離に意味なんてないわ。認められない裏切り者のアスカを咲夜が好きで居続けるなんて。だから連れて行くの。
Asuka the traitor. Asuka who broke her promise. Asuka who said, I'm gonna be a nurse, and vowed to protect her. Asuka who couldn't protect her. The reason why I wanted to become a nurse. Why and for whose sake. This isn't the time to be laughing, but I can't help it.
ダメダメじゃん私。
How could I be so stupid and think that a nurse is some sort of superhero?
私たった一人のためだけに看護師になりたかったんだ。
I'm a failure as a nurse. Or no, I can't call myself a nurse just yet.
ほんとバカね。それに迷惑。アスカが帝都看護に入りさえしなかったら。
ちょっと黙れ京子。
It feels strange and alien for me to tell anyone to shut up. But at the same time, somewhere inside of me, inside of myself, it does feel part of my character. My past me and the present me.
言ったでしょ全部思い出したって。私ヒーローが好きだった。かっこよくて強くて。それからもうややこしい。知らないよ。
I guess both my past and my present self aren't good at thinking about difficult things. So that's why, yes,
えいや
with full determination, I dash forward. Right into the flames. Without thinking about what might happen, without thinking about any consequences. Well, I'm a fool after all.
嘘。
In the moment before I close my eyes, I can see Kyoko's eyes widen in surprise.
うわ熱い。
The heat is scorching my skin, but it's just for a moment.
咲夜。
In the middle of this sea of flames, I grab Sakuya's body and lift her into my arms.
な
Kyoko's voice is filled with disbelief.
そんなの何度くじけたって諦めないのはヒーローだからだよ。うわーすごく私っぽくない。ごめん咲夜遅くなって。
ほんとよ。バカだわアスカは。
咲夜。
And in the same instant as I call out her name in surprise, I hear the sound of water. The sprinklers above our heads have started to work, and water is raining down throughout the room. Saki and I are drenched, and
あ、火が。
the fire has started dying down.
呆れて引っ込んだようよ京子は。
咲夜。
12年。
え？
本当に約束を守るのに12年もかかって。遅すぎだわ。分かっているの？
Saki is glaring at me.
ごめんね。でも私来たから。
まあでも約束は返してしまっているから守らなくてもよかったのだけど。
何のこと？
I don't know what she means by what she just said.
言ったでしょ学校の屋上で返したわと。返したわ。
あれってそういう？
無理やりキスされて交わした約束なのだからそれを返すのにキスするのも当然でしょ。
そうかな。
I feel like I still have all kinds of questions, but anyway.
じゃあ今は約束はチャラになってるってこと？
ええ
そうね。じゃあもう一回する？約束のチュー。
I'm fidgeting as I say this a little nervously. I feel a little embarrassed, but I say it anyway, using the momentum of my earlier courage.
しないわ。また12年も待たされたら嫌だもの。
She speaks with a cool smile on her face. She really is the one I love.
納得いかねえ。あ、言葉遣い。
ちょっとあなたたち大丈夫？
A nurse calls out to us from outside the room, but we ignore her.
しようよ。いいじゃない。しません。なんで？感動的な場面だよ。ここでチューするしかないよ。嫌です。しません。ムードも何もない。しようよ。いいじゃんいいじゃんね。チューしませんったらしません。だいたい人目もあるのに。気にしない気にしない。いいからほらチュー。
I pout my lips and go for it.
やめて。もうやめなさい。
Though Sakuya is asking me to stop, I can tell from her face and her voice that she doesn't mean it. That she actually wants it. When...
ダメ。アスカ、離れて。チュー。え？ダメ。
Sakuya releases a painful groan and collapses to the floor.
サクヤ？サクヤ？サクヤ！しっかりして！
いけない。早くドクターを呼んで。
Sakuya is carried to her room on another floor.
よく眠ってる。
I feel a sense of helplessness as I look at Sakuya's sleeping face. She reminds me almost of a doll.
くそ。バカみたいに綺麗で可愛いな。
Even at times like this, I'm obsessed by Sakuya's beauty. I really am no good. When I talk to the nurses, they tell me it's because of the organs that were transplanted from her twin sister. Though these organs function normally for many years, they've recently started rapidly declining. She underwent countless examinations, but the cause couldn't be found. That's why even such a light injury caused her to stay for such a long time in the hospital. They also tell me that Sakuya insisted on keeping this a secret from the person who always came visiting her. From me.
サクヤ。
I call out to her as she sleeps, but there's no sign of her waking up. In fact, I probably shouldn't wake her up right now.
廊下出てるね。
I say so in a quiet voice to avoid waking her up, and leave the room for the hallway. I sit down on the sofa in the hallway and take a deep breath. I don't know what to think. I don't even know what to feel. My mind is just completely blank. I reach into my pocket and pick out the wrinkled, folded pages of the diary. I unfold the pages and stare at them.
これが関係あるのかな。
I stare at what's written on the pages. It's so hard to understand and to accept. I catch myself checking again and again whether I've actually read it correctly, but however many times I reread it, the content still remains the same.
抜けか？
Hearing Miss Itsuki's voice, I look up and see her running in this direction. Next to her is one of the servants of the Takada family.
お姉ちゃん。
Nao's with them as well. I didn't contact her, so maybe Miss Itsuki did. I quickly cram the diary pages back into my pocket and stand up.
いつきさん、なおちゃん。
昨夜は？
なんか寝てるから様子見るなら静かにね。
わかった。
Miss Itsuki and the servant exchange glances before entering the room.
なおちゃんはここにいるよ。咲夜さんは心配だけど、お姉ちゃんだって心配だもん。ありがとう。座ろう、お姉ちゃん。うん。
On Nao's suggestion, we sit down on the sofa.
大丈夫？うん、多分。私は平気。聞いてもよかったら教えてくれないかな。何があったの？
I think to myself how sweet it is of Nao to ask me in such a considerate way.
うん。あのね。
I tell her what happened, one thing at a time.
そっか。大変だったね。そうかな。うん、そうかも。超大変だった。咲夜さん、何事もないといいね。うん、大丈夫だよ、きっと。
I say this more as a prayer than with any real conviction. Having said this, we keep on sitting silently for a while. Miss Itsuki and the servant have been in the room for quite a while now.
長いな。
Just as I'm thinking this, the door of the room opens up. Miss Itsuki and the servant come into the hallway.
抜け子、
うん。
昨夜目覚ました。あんた呼んでる。話がしたいって。二人きりにしてくれってさ。どうぞ。
二人。お姉ちゃん。うん、わかった。
I nod and stand up. I move towards the door as if changing shifts with Miss Itsuki. Just as I pass her,
あいつさ。
Miss Itsuki speaks to me with a trace of amusement in her voice.
一言も謝らなかったよ。私からあんたに出戻ったこと。それどころか、これからもアスカともどもよろしくだってさ。ひどい女だよな。知ってたけど。
Miss Itsuki speaking with a smile on her face.
ま、戻れって言ったの私だし。姫のこと頼んだ。
I nod, open the door, and enter the room.
アスカ。
Sakuya calls my name right as I come in.
咲夜。ごめんなさい。まだ起きられないの。そばに来てもらえる？うん。気分はどう？悪くないわ。いつきに言いたい放題言ったからかしらね。ひどい女だって言ってたよ。否定しないわ。お互い様だと言っておいて。わかった。聞いたのね。私の体のこと。
It looks like Sakuya can tell from my face exactly what I know. I can't help but nod.
そう。隠していてごめんなさい。本当ひどい女ね、私。でも綺麗だよ。フォローになっていないわ、それ。ねえ、アスカ。私の部屋で何か見つかった？
I find myself lost for words at Sakuya's sudden inquiry. She's seen right through me.
見つかったのね。日記のページが。
I won't be able to fool her.
うん。ベッドの下に丸まって落ちてた。やっぱり京子が隠したのね。
あの夜。
She's talking about the night I went to Sakuya's room when I met Kyoko on my way out.
見せて。
それは
見せたくないの？アスカはもう読んでいるということ？
I can't bring myself to answer. I don't want to answer.
なら当ててみせましょうか。何が書かれていたか。
Instantly and instinctively, I have a bad feeling about this. Let me guess. As Sakuya said this, she smiled. Her smile was so charming, it seemed almost like the smile of a goddess. So gentle, warm, fleeting, and beautiful. Yes, so beautiful that it almost didn't seem to be of this world.
まるで星の光。
本当は亡くなったのは私。この体は京子のもの。
Her voice sounds pure and soft.
母はそう書いているはずよ。
知ってたの？
I remind myself of what was written in her mother's diary. After the fire at the facility, she adopted one of the young girls. The name of this girl was Kyoko. Right after the fire, she had received organ transplants from her twin sister. After that, Sakuya's consciousness awoke inside Kyoko's body. On Kyoko's request, Sakuya's mother changed her daughter's name to Sakuya.
確信を持ったのはついさっきよ。
さっき
京子はね、私のことが大好きなの。大切にしていつだって守ろうとしてくれていたわ。アスカと同じで。
京子が。
もし私が本当に私なら、京子が私を傷つけようなんて思うはずがない。
嘘。でもそれだけで。
それだけで十分なの。私たちには。きっと京子がアスカを私に近づけまいとしていたのは、私に真実を知らせないためでもあったのだと思うわ。そうね、嫉妬もあったでしょうけれど。
Her voice is filled with affection. Hearing Sakuya talk about Kyoko, I can clearly feel the trust and love she has for her. Though she was the one who put her in this dangerous situation.
施設が火に包まれた夜。
Sakuya speaks quietly, and her eyes seem to be focused somewhere off in the distance. The expression she always wears when she's talking about something really important.
京子はね、私を守ろうとしてくれたの。でもそのために施設の職員を何人も殺めてしまって、それを目の当たりにした私はショックで力を暴走させた。それが周囲の危機を狂わせ、出火し施設を消失させた。
I really want to understand what Sakuya is saying, but my mind can't keep up. Sakuya's power is going out of control, setting the facility on fire.
ねえ、アスカ。私は死ぬわ。え？いいえ、もう死んでいるのだから、その言い方は変ね。消えると言った方がいいかしら。
待って、ダメだよそんなの。
真実に気づいてしまったのだから、それが自然なことよ。願いが叶わなくなるのは残念だけど。
そうだよ、看護師になるって。
それもあるけれど、その夢はアスカに託すからいいわ。そうじゃなくて。
Sakuya pauses in a bit of a strange spot.
あなたのお嫁さんになりたかった。
Her words take me totally off guard. This wish of hers takes me so much by surprise. I couldn't have even imagined it in the slightest. But her words are reaching deeply into my heart. This wish of hers is so like Sakuya, so adorable. Tears come rushing forth, almost like an explosion.
それが私が生まれて初めて持った一番最初の夢だったから。
Surprise, happiness, and sadness. So many different feelings are flowing through my being.
それが私の星だったわ。
I think of the starry sky, the spacious starry sky above our heads as we kissed when we were little, that one night from a distant past. I remember the countless stars in the sky.
星空に手を伸ばしているんだ。あてもなく昨夜も伸ばしていたんだ手を。
Sorry, one second. I'm not sure if the stream died or what. Sorry, hold on. Okay. Sakuya had been reaching out for them as well.
ね、アスカ。え？キスしてもらえる？お願い。
Her voice sounds very solemn, almost as if she's begging me.
なんでそんな風に言うの？するよ、キスくらい。何度でも。いつでも。いいえ。最後のキスよ。なんでそんな風に言うの？
There's a cool expression on Sakuya's face, as if she's totally fine with the idea of dying, of disappearing. It's me, only me, whose mind and emotions are in a whirl of chaos.
なんでそんな風に言えるの？アスカ。
I embrace the happiness and sadness both at the same time. Our lips meet in a kiss, and then...
昨夜唇震えてる。
They're shaking so faintly that I wouldn't have realized it without touching them. I withdraw my face.
アスカ。
Sakuya calls my name as she puts her index finger to my lips to stop me from speaking.
最後にもう一つだけお願い。何？何でも聞くよ、昨夜のお願いなら。京子のこと京子。
Sorry.
京子のことよろしく頼むわ。ええ。京子を説得して腎臓の再移植を受けさせてほしいの。今は拒んでいるようだから。
Her kidney, Sakuya's kidney.
再移植でもどうやって？もちろん愛で。愛？いや無理だよ無理。私だってそうだし、私京子に嫌われてるし。
何を言っているの？しょっちゅう私に見とれていたくせに。この顔は京子のものよ。そう考えると、そもそもアスカが好きなのは。
そこ突っ込むのはやめて。私が好きなのはサクヤだもん。
ありがとう。
Sakuya smiles.
京子なら大丈夫よ。わかるの。一つの命を分け合った双子の姉妹だもの。
いや
Sakuya suddenly closes her eyes, just as if she's falling asleep.
サクヤ寝たの？
I reach out to touch Sakuya's face.
はん
Snap.
かぶり
She just bit me on my finger. I feel a sharp pain in my finger and I'm completely confused.
じゃない京子。
触らないでもらえる？私と咲夜の体に不快だわ。
京子
出て行って。聞こえていたわ。私は再移植なんて受けない。私は咲夜と一緒に行くの。
ちょっと待って。
出て行って。
She throws a pillow at me at the same time as she yells this, hitting me right in the face.
あなたのせいで咲夜は。
The next thing flying towards me is a cup.
危ない。
裏切り者、人殺し、出て行って。
Many things are being thrown at me, one after another. I rush out of the door and close the door behind me.
危なかった。
何やってんだあんた。
お姉ちゃんどうしたの？いや物がビュンビュン飛んできてね、説得どころじゃないっていうか。腎臓の再移植手術拒んでるんだって。昨夜じゃなくて京子が。なんていうか。
I'm thinking to myself how it would be difficult to explain even if I started at the beginning.
いや、わかってる。その辺は。
そうなんだ。
知ったのはつい最近。昨夜が入院してからだけどね。京子から連絡あってさ、今からでも遅くない。大幸あすかの排除に協力しろって。断ったら、私まで裏切り者扱いだよ。
断ったんだ。
もう昨夜は選んでたからな。だったら、私はそれを尊重する。姫に仕える忠実なしもべとして。さ。
Though Itsuki is saying this jokingly, it must not have been easy for her.
なおはここに来る途中、いつきさんから聞いて。
多分こういう話になるだろうって思ったから、一人だけ分かってない奴がいても面倒だろ。今さら内緒にしとく話でもないし。
Now things have come to this, it doesn't make sense to keep things secret anymore.
そっか。
で、今はその辺はどうでもいいか。それで、京子が再移植を嫌がってて。
昨夜に説得してくれって頼まれて。
そうすると自分は消えるっていうのに。まあ。
There's admiration as well as shock in Miss Itsuki's voice.
それでこそ、私が惚れた姫だけど。
Miss Itsuki laughs as she says this, and I don't feel any regret from her. But I guess, behind that front, there must be quite some pain, suffering, and resignation. I know this in my mind, but still.
平気そうだね、いつきさんは。すごいな。
What's this feeling? I can't explain it. I can sense a feeling welling up inside my being which I can't explain, and I can't stop it. I'm feeling a sense of hostility and anger towards Miss Itsuki welling up.
ああ、すごいってなんだよ。
再移植受けたら、咲夜はいなくなっちゃう。死んじゃうんだよ。なのにさ、いつきさんは平気なんだね。それでこそ私が惚れた姫なんて、のろけみたいなこと言えちゃうんだ。クールだね。かっこいいよね。そりゃモテるよね。待って待って、お姉ちゃん言ってること変だよ。
おい、抜けこ。
いつきさんも待って、ちょっと待って。
Now stops Miss Itsuki, who was coming at me, probably fuming and intending to punch me in the face or something like that. And then now looks at me. She looks at me with blame in her eyes, an expression which is very rare for her towards me.
落ち着いてよ、お姉ちゃん。今のはお姉ちゃんが悪いよ。だって
妹に感謝しろよ。ボッコボコにしてるとこだぞ、今の。
There's an exasperated look on Miss Itsuki's face as she says this.
たく、お前は何者だよ、大幸あすか。
え？
いろいろあるんだろうけどさ、お前は今看護学生。卵とはいえ、医療に携わる側の人間だろうが、よく考えろ。どちらにしろ、昨夜は助からない。だったら最善を尽くすなら、再移植を受けさせて、京子だけは助けるしかない。
Miss Itsuki has never looked at me with such serious eyes before.
そう、昨夜にも頼まれたんだろうが。
昨夜に頼まれた。
I want you to look after Kyoko.
最後のお願い。
My eyes start overflowing with tears.
何にしろ、私に手伝えることはない。今言ったけど、京子には私も裏切り者扱いされてるから。
なおも多分役に立てないと思う。お姉ちゃんでなきゃ。
They can scold me but not help me, huh? Though they're smarter than me, I'm kinda disappointed.
お姉ちゃん、咲夜さんがこっそり同意書にサインするのはダメなの？それはしたくないんじゃないかな、咲夜が。
Kyoko is very dear to Sakuya, their body, their life. She feels they rightfully belong to Kyoko. I think she doesn't want to force Kyoko into anything just because of her own circumstances. That's why she said what she said. That's why she's counting on me.
でもハードル高すぎだよ、咲夜。
ま、京子はあんたのこと果てしなく嫌ってっかんね。
人事みたいに。
で、あんたはどう背にしてぼーっとしてるだけ？何の解決にもならないぜ。
ともかく。
It's true that standing here isn't going to change anything. I have to do something.
よし、中に戻る。
I don't have any strategy in mind. I'm just going in on guts alone.
頑張って。
しっかりやりな。
I nod at their support. I turn around, open the door, and rush forward into the room once more.
入ってくるなと言ったでしょ。うわあ、なんか変な機械飛んできた。
I have to escape.
何やってんだか。
いや、ちょっと。
Itsuki regards me with a mix of shock and irritation, and I have nothing to say in my defense.
京子は私を嫌ってる。当然か。昔約束守れなかったし。
But Sakuya's counting on me.
最後のお願いって。だったら。叶えたい。全力で。
And besides,
くそ。なんか腹立ってきた。お姉ちゃん？京子だって咲夜のこと大事なはずなのに、なんで咲夜のお願い聞こうとしないんだろう。わからずや。
yes, I'm officially angry.
よし。だったら。
I brace myself once more.
もう一回行ってくる。こうなったらちょっとくらい怪我してもいいや。
お、そうか。頼んだぜ。
Miss Itsuki's voice sounds a bit different than usual. It's almost as if she believes in me. It could be my imagination. It's okay, even if it is.
大幸あすか、行ってまいります。
Once again, I rush into the hospital room.
かかってこい。
I rush into the room with my eyes closed. I rush forward without fear of things being thrown at me, without fear even of being knocked down. But I hear Kyoko crying, and nothing's flying in my direction.
京子。
I carefully open my eyes.
行かせて。咲夜と一緒に行かせて。
Kyoko's voice is filled with sorrow.
咲夜のいない世界に意味なんてないの。だから行かせて。
Hearing Koko's emotional voice, my determination is completely blown away. In a single instant, almost shamefully easily. Because it's just...
だって。
Because I understand so deeply where Kyoko's coming from.
だって私だって。
Because I've had the same feeling as her.
京子。もうアスカなんて知らない。咲夜がいなくなるんだからどうでもいい。そっとしておいて。私に近づかないで。
I understand how she feels. I understand it so much. So I'm lost for words as to what to say to her anymore. Putting myself in her shoes, I have no idea what I could say to her.
咲夜の最後の願い。ずるいよ、咲夜。あなたのこと、こんなに大好きな私たちに、あなたのいない世界でも生きろだなんて。
That's so unfair. But if I complained about that to Sakuya, she'd probably just say,
ええ、私はずるい女よ。それが
I even feel like she'd say that with a completely cool expression. Why did I fall in love with such a person? So intense, so scary, so intent on getting things her way.
大好き。結婚しよう。
I almost don't even realize myself that I'm saying this. Kyoko looks at me with tearful eyes.
今何を言ったの？結婚しようって言った。
The expression on Kyoko's face is a mix of surprise, disturbance, and antipathy. I keep silent and wait for her reply.
それは誰に向けて言ったの？
Make a save.
セーブしました。
Good ending is Kyoko.
京子だよ。あなたに言ったの。
Sakuya told me to do it with love.
あなたおかしくなった。そうかもしんない。私はあなたが嫌いなのよ。分かってるでしょ。私だって嫌いだよ。
I'm not sure if this is love. I get the feeling that it might be something else. And if it were love, I wouldn't be sure towards what or whom. What is love in the first place?
変だわ。意味がわからない。咲夜が、私の大好きな咲夜があなたをよろしく頼むって言ったの。勝手な話だけどね。でも大好きな咲夜の言うことだから頼まれることにしたの。アスカ、あなた。咲夜のいない世界で生きる大変さは私もわかる。だから私が支える。ずっとずっと嫌っててもいいよ。私の残りの一生をあなたにあげる。これはその証。
I repeat myself once more.
結婚しよう。
Hey, Sakuya. This might indeed be very crazy, but
でもね、案外うまくいくかもしんないよ。
because after all, we are similar. We both love Sakuya so dearly, and we both feel so much sorrow to see Sakuya disappearing. We even share a hatred for each other.
あー、やっぱりすごく苦労するかな。するよね。
Yes. And then...
よし、着いた。
Today's a day off, and a taxi had just brought us to the front gate of the school. I quickly pay the driver and step outside.
お姉ちゃん。
Since I contacted her in advance, Nao's waiting for us.
すっごく綺麗。似合ってるよ。出迎えありがとう、ナオ。
Sakuya steps out of the taxi after me.
咲夜さんも素敵。二人並ぶとすごい映えるね。頑張って選びましたから。
Yes, it did take a while.
よかったね、お姉ちゃん、咲夜さん。そうね、ナオちゃん。
I can't suppress tears of happiness to see Nao smiling at us so brightly. What should I even say at a time like this to Nao, my beloved super sweet sister? Being her super no good jellyfish of an older sister, I don't know. So that's why.
ありがとね、ナオちゃん。もう泣かないの、お姉ちゃん。せっかく素敵なんだから。だって仕方ないわね、アスカは。なお、いつきは？さっきまでここにいたんだけど、そろそろ来るかなってなったら教室にいるって言っちゃった。 まだ教室じゃないかな。
そう。
よかったら会っていってあげて。素直じゃないんだから。
そうね。でもよかったわ。京子が再移植に同意してくれて。プロポーズなんて強引な手で説得するとは思ってなかったけれど。
いやー、なんていうか勢いで。
I scratched my head, embarrassed.
それで京子はやっぱり出てこないの？
ええ、昨べもたくさん話したのだけれど、絶対に嫌だと言って聞かなかったわ。
嫌われてるなあ。
そうかもしれないわね。
その割に式はあげろ式はあげろってすごいうるさかったし、ドレス選びの時もそりゃあもう。
My mind floats back into the memory. Several catalogs are spread across the surface of the bed.
これなんていいんじゃない？
いやいやいや、ちょっと待ってくださいよ。セクシーすぎますって。ミニスカで足ドーンって出てるし、背中なんかバーンって開いてるし、ほら胸元も。いいえ、好きっていうのはもっと神聖なもので。
口うるさいわね。花嫁衣装にケチつけるようでは長続きしないわよ。
私も花嫁なんですが、一応。
じゃあこっちなんてどうかしら。華やかでいいと思うわ。
うわ、ゴージャス。キンキラド派手。待って待って、こんなの私似合わないよ。衣装に負けちゃう。
咲夜には似合うわ。イコール私にもだけれど。
この人咲夜のことしか考えてない。私への配慮は。
あら、するわけないでしょ。貧相な庶民はドレスに着られていればいいのよ。
情けようじゃなし。
私は咲夜さえ輝いてくれればいいの。キラキラとね。
星のように。
夜空にひときわ大きく強く輝く一等星のようにね。
うん。ねえ京子。
何？
式やっぱり出る気ないの？私と咲夜でって。
ええ、そこは譲る気はないわ。とはいえ結局ドレスはアスカが選んだのでしょ。
Sakuya's voice pulls me back to the present.
うん。まあ貧相な庶民である私にも似合うラインでね、選ばせてもらいました。
うんうん、素敵よ、とても。
どうもどうも。
うわ、違和感バリバリ。
第一声がいきなりそれか。失敬な。
だってその格好で病院から来たの？タクシー乗って？
ええ、私が言ったの。せっかくだからって。
バカップル、驚いてただろタクシーの運転手。
どうだったかしら。私は気にしていなかったから。アスカ？
まあそれなりに驚いてたかな。
ま、似合ってるか似合ってないかで言えば似合ってる。二人とも。
ありがとう、いつき。
綺麗だよ、咲夜。
私は。
うん、綺麗綺麗、似合ってる。
おざなりだ。私って一体。
いつきとなおも早く着れるといいわね。
やめろ、最近会うたびその話だな。 私と大幸妹は何もないよ。
そうかしら。アスカはどう思う？いや、まあ二人の相性がいいとはなかなか思えないかな。
Although, it's true that now I've started talking about Miss Itsuki much more recently. Most of what she says is negative, mind you.
ほら、
そう、いいわ。私の勘は当たるから。二人の式に立ち会えないことだけが心残りよ。
There's some sadness in Sakuya's voice.
安心しな。100まで生きたってねえから。
じゃあ、そういうことにしておきましょうか。ひとまず。
たく言った言った。あ、大原先生実習室で1年の自主練見てるらしいから。挨拶してったら骨折ってもらったんだろ。
うん、学校の屋上を使わせてほしいって言ったらいろいろしてくれたみたい。そうね、私もお礼を言っておかなくては。行こっか。
As we leave the classroom, we can hear Miss Itsuki calling out to us.
末永くお幸せに。
Her voice is clear and emotionless, but there's no sarcastic ring to it. The room instantly grows noisy as we step inside.
大幸さん、武田さん。しまった。そっか、1年生がいるって五木さん言ってたっけ。みんな目を丸くしているわね。え？何あの格好。あれも白衣？
We hear all kinds of confused exclamations from the first-year students. Well, this is a nursing academy after all.
いや、まあ確かに真っ白ですけど、違います。そういえば今日という話でしたね。その格好であまりあちこちの教室に入るのは。すみません先生、すぐ行きますから。ただお礼を言いたくて。私は別に屋上の使用許可をもらっただけですから。
That's what had happened. No one would have noticed if we had used the rooftop in secret, and no one would have been angry about it. But it was Saki's opinion that we should go through the proper channels for an occasion like this.
ありがとうございました先生。いえいえ、でも本気だったんですね、学校でって。はい、昨夜の希望で。私はこの学校を卒業できそうにないので、せめてと。お手数かけてすみません。
Sakuya won't be going to school anymore. That's because Kyoko has no wish to become a nurse.
先生、武田さんはいい看護師になると思っていたんですけど。いえ、それは私の分までアスカが頑張ってくれますから心配してません。うわ、プレッシャー。あら、期待に応えてくれないのかしら。答えますとも。バッチコーイ。頼もしいですね。ええ、アスカは私の星ですから。
I think everyone must be like a star in the night sky for someone.
それでは入場。パパパパーン、パパパパーン。
Ba-ba-bang. As I hum the famous wedding melody, I pull Sakuya by the hand onto the rooftop. The sky is pleasantly clear, the wind is gentle, and we have a great view of the townscape. The nightingale statue is standing in front of us. It's a statue which is usually located in the auditorium, which holds the flame of the candle service during the capping ceremony. Right now, the statue is kindly looking down on us.
絶好の結婚式日和ね。 あるんだ、そんな日和。でもそんな感じ。
でしょ。よかったわ、晴れてくれて。
あ、私、ちゃんと誓いの言葉を覚えてきたんだ。ね。
いらないわ、そんなもの。そばにいて触れ合っていられればいいの。アスカを感じられれば。
咲夜。
そして誓って、永遠の愛を。
誰の？
もちろん京子。
Soon Sakuya will disappear.
それと私への。大丈夫、これは二股には入らないわ。
I'm reminded of Sakuya's trembling lips from our kiss at the hospital.
もう怖くないの。本当よ。幸せだわ。
私も。
The new transplant has been scheduled for next week. But Sakuya's consciousness, her soul, might not even make it until then. Sakuya said so herself. She probably knows better than anyone else.
悲しみがないと言えば嘘になる。けど。
But I'm not scared.
幸せだよ、私も。これからもずっと幸せ。京子のことは私に任せて。
頼もしいわ。
The sky above our heads seems almost crystal blue.
咲夜。
アスカ。
大幸あすかは全身全霊全力で永遠の愛を誓うよ。京子と咲夜に。
もう一度私だけに。
咲夜に誓うよ。
誓うわ、私も。
Sakuya smiles at me brilliantly. And then we kiss each other to seal our pledge. Our lips part and we smile at each other. The sky above our head seems almost crystal blue. The world of stars beyond that sky. The far, far away world of stars.
咲夜の魂はあそこに行くのかな。
As I'm thinking this, I hold my beloved, feeling the heat within her body. Many years later.
いい天気だね。散歩日和。お昼寝日和と言いたいわね。私は家でゴロゴロしてたかった。もうそんなこと言って物草なんだから。ちゃんと散歩に付き合っているのだからいいでしょ。
Walking in between Kyoko and me is our cute little daughter. We're going on a family stroll today. Though it always takes a lot of effort to get Kyoko out of the house.
しょうがないな、京子は。
I smile wryly, and then I talk to our beloved daughter.
いつもの公園行こっか。それともどっか新しいところに足伸ばしてみる？そうね。新規開拓も悪くないわね。行くなら。
Though our daughter says this with a composed expression, she's brimming with enthusiasm. It's so adorable.
ほら、こっちよ、アスカ。一応ママって言ってほしいな。アスカママとか。立場上はそうなのでしょうけど、私にとってアスカはアスカよ。
Our daughter says this as if it's obvious. Right, I had forgotten. This girl, for her, I'll always be Asuka.
いやー、でも何年経っても不思議。生まれ変わりって本当にあるんだね。サクヤ。
Yes, it's my beloved Sakuya. My stubborn, obstinate, and determined beloved. The girl I promised my eternal love to.
この私に不可能などないわ。たやすいことよ。
She somehow made her way back to us, as the daughter of Kyoko and myself.
必要なら神の摂理すら負けてみせる。それが私。
And she's making herself sound like even more of a big shot than before. Though, maybe because of her young age still, she's not that verbally adept yet.
奇跡かしらね。愛の力と言いなさい。すごい説得力。そうかしら。そんなことよりアスカと京子がうまくいった方が驚きよ。頼んだのは私だけれど。大変だったよ。いろいろあったわね。正直殺されかけたことも何度か。ちょっとじゃれただけよ。あれのどこが？
I think so to myself, but I don't say it out loud. I'm not sure whether it's a divine miracle or the power of love, but the truth of the matter is that Sakuya is here by my side right now. When I think about that, I can forgive all of it.
笑おう。
Sakuya takes us both by the hand and pulls us onward.
さて、そろそろ決めてもらわなくてはいけないわね。え？もちろん、私と京子、どちらをより愛しているかよ。残念だけど、私よ。あなたがいない何年かの間に、それだけのものを育んだもの。そう言われると確かに。どうかしら。アスカが先に好きになったのは私だし、式を挙げたのも私とよ。それもそうで、難しいな。
This is such a difficult situation. I'm totally lost for what to say. Sakuya and Kyoko are staring right at me.
アスカ
What a problem, what a problem. But I don't think I could wish for a more fantastic problem than this. So...
いやー、幸せだね。あ、ごまかした。ごまかしたわね。あはは。
So...
笑おう。
Sakuya pulls both of us onward by the hand. We're like three happily connected stars. Forever and ever. Under the warm sunlight.
悪意性愛情依存症。
Okay, bad ending.
ロードしました。咲夜だよ。それ以外誰がいるの？
I'm also sad that Sakuya is going to disappear. I also feel that a world without Sakuya would lose its meaning. I want to be with her forever. I don't want to go on without her.
だってそれが好きってことだ。
Even so, we were separated for such a long time. And though we got to meet again, I wasn't even aware of it. And now, just when we've been reunited in the truest sense,
京子のことなんて知らない。知らないよ。
tears are rolling down my cheeks.
私は咲夜が好きなだけだもん。結ばれるなら咲夜がいいもん。
Kyoko is silent, and I can't even guess what she's thinking. I drop my gaze to the floor. My vision is blurred by my tears. Everything I look at looks distorted.
バカね、あなたは。
Her voice sounds soft and gentle. And then,
よいしょ。
carrying Sakuya in my arms like the princess she is, I open the door to the school's rooftop and step outside.
気持ちいい風。
The sky looks almost crystal blue, and there's a pleasant, refreshing wind blowing across the rooftop.
ねえ咲夜、いいお天気だね。
I step forward to the center of the rooftop. Sakuya was the one who said this rooftop would be nice if we were going to have a ceremony.
でも誰にも見つからずにここまで来るの大変だったな。
I mutter this to myself in an earnest tone. We're dressed like this, after all, and I couldn't ask anyone for any help. If I had asked, they would have definitely opposed the idea. Or maybe now our Miss Itsuki might not have actually opposed it, but still. I couldn't possibly talk about it.
じゃ、そろそろ始めよっか。
This is my secret wedding ceremony with Sakuya.
一応ね、ちゃんと調べて覚えてきたんだよ。えへん。
I'm pretty proud of myself.
5本。では、なんだっけ。そうそう。
I remembered the lines of the marriage vows, which I stayed up all night memorizing. That was a close one. I thought I'd already forgotten.
汝、大幸あすか。あなたは健やかなる時もやめる時も止める時も貧しき時も常に伴侶に寄り添い微笑みを絶やさず永遠の愛を持って支え合うことを誓いますか。
The sun is the only presence bearing witness to us, but that's enough.
はい、誓います。
I declare my love, openly and honestly.
でもやっぱり照れるね、こういうの。
I laugh a little. And next,
汝、武田咲夜。あなたは健やかなる時もやめる時も止める時も貧しき時も常に伴侶に寄り添い微笑みを絶やさず永遠の愛を持って支え合うことを誓いますか。
my heart is beating fast, and I wait for just a moment. But Sakuya doesn't answer.
なくたって平気。答えは分かってるもん。
Sakuya's eyes are closed, as if she's sleeping. I look at her in her dress.
綺麗だよ、咲夜。
She really does.
でも
I look up at the blue sky.
さすがに指輪用意できなかったし立ち会いの人いないし誓いの文句済ませたらもうやることないな。
I look at Sakuya.
咲夜と一緒ならそれだけでいいんだけどね。
There's nothing else I could wish for.
それにしても驚いたな。サクヤは気づいてた？ナオちゃんとイツキさんがいつの間にかいい感じになってたこと。
I've been so focused on Sakuya that I haven't been paying attention to the two of them. Though they probably wouldn't admit it yet themselves. I get the feeling that soon, they'll probably start dating each other for real though. Call it a woman's intuition.
あ、そうだ、思い出した。
I'm suddenly reminded of something.
誓いの文句の後はキスだよね。キス。
Saying this, I cover Sakuya's lips with mine. I kiss her. Even in the sunlight, Sakuya's lips feel nice and cool. I feel happy. I laugh bashfully. I stare at Sakuya's face from the side. I stare at her intently. The face of the girl I love so much.
ずっと一緒にいてね、サクヤ。離さないからね。
We were separated for more than 10 years. All this time, the distance between us was so far. But right now, she's so close by. I feel Sakuya so close to me.
ずっと一緒にいよう。
But what do you mean by forever? I feel as if someone just asked me this. I wonder, maybe it could have been the voice of God. If that's so, openly and without hesitation, I thrust my chest forward and reply boldly to the sky above.
永遠の愛を誓ったんだから決まってるよ。この命尽きるまで。
No, that won't be enough.
この命尽きても。
We won't be separated, never until the end of time. I was kind of hoping she would, like, I don't know, turn into a skeleton or something. Be like Psycho. Norman Bates. Yandere. So that's it for Sakuya slash Kyoko. The last one is Miss Ohara. So next stream will be the last one, most likely. So I hope you guys look forward to it. And I hope you enjoyed this, and the others as well. Yeah. So I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.